Guys, welcome back to the news for another week. Holy fucking shit, Gabe.
We're recording a bit late.
We're doing it late. Purely my fault. Had a monster day at work. I was just thinking on the way over here that we're doing a really, really good job of not talking to each other. Yeah. So that when we do catch up for the podcast, it's a genuine interaction for the people at home because we caught up. You and I caught up for a coffee. Was it 2 days ago? Monday?
Yeah, talking cheese.
And it was purely work talk.
Which was really good.
It was professional.
Yeah.
Because we want... Hey, guys, welcome back to Daily Blue Weekly, by the way. But we want to genuinely catch up at the start of the podcast and not be faking it like a lot of the women that I've been with. So...
you're walking up to my door. I've already know about the busted head.
Yes, but there's no small talk.
But so I just have to look at it and go, you all right?
What's going on? Don't ask questions. Let's just get into it. Gabe, what's been happening, mate? We've got a lot to catch up on. You started a job last week. You were in Sydney on the weekend. I don't know about any of it. Tell me right now what's going on.
Yeah, so I had me first early morning doing the...
Is it landscaping?
Well, no. So this mob that I'm working with, who turned out to be a good bunch of blokes.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah. Look, hey, some people get a short end of the stick when it comes to work.
Oh, yes.
They have little divisions. Some do mowing, some do maintenance, some do landscaping, some do rubbish pickup and cleaning.
Bit of a jack of all kind of setup.
Yes, and I was on the rubbish pickup.
Oh, nice. What kind of rubbish? Like council waste or what are we...
there's an acronym that I keep forgetting, but it's for people who need government support.
Nice.
NP something, ringing a bell to you? Nah.
Non-playable characters.
Yeah, we'll get into them later in the show.
NPC.
But yeah, man, it was a crazy day. I had to go. You forget how the other half live, bro. Or like in the bad way.
Are you saying? Oh, so you're saying you're the?
No. Not the other half. The other third. What
half do you think?
I've dug myself in a fucking hole here.
What half do you think you are,
mate? What I'm saying is I rocked up to the front of a house, and it was just rubbish all on the front yard.
Oh, that half.
That half.
Yeah, just complete shit everywhere.
And I'm just going, how do you just do this? So it was my gig just to pick up whatever rubbish they wanted, chuck it in the thing.
It is pretty crazy. You get a look into how some people's day-to-day looks like.
That's what I was trying to say.
Holy shit.
Yeah, how have you managed to let this happen and how are you happy in this environment?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was talking to my Uber driver on the weekend and he does grog deliveries. So, there's like Jimmy Brings and a lot of the bottle shops now do like Uber will just bring piss to your door.
Fuck yeah.
Great if you're on a bender. But he was saying that he's got just like regular, like full-blown alcos. But he'll just
bottles.
Mate, some people just getting 4-packs dropped off, like 4 packs of bourbon and stuff. But like the same thing, like they'll open their door and it's just littered with cans and stuff. And he's like, damn, this is fucking like, this is how people live.
I'm very lucky I didn't have to enter a house. That been like...
Speaking of alcoholics.
Speaking of alcoholics, cheers, mate.
Cheers, Steel City.
I hope they got that on.
This is needed after today. Steel City, drink local. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but cleaned up one house, did like it's like odd jobs. Like I cleaned some windows and then like some joint was like just moving, like so I cleaned shit out of their garage, but it was a pretty cruisy day.
Nice, respect. But, how'd you go? How did you find the early alarm?
I was yawning most of the day. And I'm back at it again tomorrow.
Oof.
So yeah.
How many days a week you doing?
Well, I'm fucked up. They want me to text me like when I can go, and I'm kind of just used to like being told when to go, like when to turn up.
I'm just doing what I want.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of fucking true.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, but then I finished the day there, got home, and was headed for Sydney.
Of course.
But I like was propping in a movie where like I've checked the fucking time, like I'm gonna miss a fucking thing. You know where I live. I ran to the train station.
You were getting the train to Sydney?
Yeah, so I've ran up there.
They do go like every hour or so, don't they?
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to get there by like 6:30 or whatever.
As opposed to like 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a big day cleaning houses.
Of course.
But it did make me realise something about myself getting on that train. And I had someone sitting in front of me and you can kind of see reflections through the windows.
Yeah.
They were on their phone and I'm just a nosy cunt, bro.
Were you looking at...
Yeah. And I was so infatuated. Like, I love watching strangers interact on their phone.
You're a bit of a voyeur.
A voyeur? What's that mean?
Voyeur is someone who likes to watch.
Much like Adam 22.
Yes.
Throwback.
Yeah. You're revealing a lot about yourself to the people.
I'm like, only if they're strangers.
Yeah, well, that's part of it.
Yeah.
That's part of the charm.
Surely you people watch.
I mean, yeah, not like that.
Yeah. but it's
The dial-ins are going to have a field day with that.
good. If you're sitting in front of me in a coffee shop, be careful because I will be listening to your conversation. If you're talking about a breakup or like someone you hate in my vicinity, I'm all ears.
You're eavesdropping.
Yeah, fucking oath I am.
Yeah. If someone's having that conversation at a level that you can hear, then
Play on, right?
it's audible.
But what I did see on her phone, and listeners, feel free to use this. I don't condone it. But do you know on iPhones now that you can have multiple lock screens?
I did not.
So, for example, I'm not going to be able to do it, but pretty much there's a way where you can slide that up and you can change the lock screen. Like you can just have a separate lock screen prepared.
So like you'd punch your passcode in twice or something like that, or like two different passcodes.
So like see my lock screen's that picture.
Yep.
I can't even. I wish I. Oh,
so it would look.
There it is.
So it looks like a different phone.
Yes.
So you have 3 lock screens. So it's a different background picture.
And one of this woman's thing had her and her partner on it, and another one didn't. And she switched it to the one that didn't. I'm going, fucking, there's something going on here.
It's the ultimate bat phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're in the business of cheating, not that I condone it.
If you're into playing up, that's a handy trick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're like going to see the wife, put the wife lock screen on, going to see the mistress.
Exactly.
That's nice.
So I got a feeling that this year I was fucking, going to have a little play up.
Respect.
Then from there, in Sydney, not too much.
Yeah, what were you doing in Sydney? What was on down there?
It was my girlfriend's sister's birthday.
Nice.
So I was happy there. Her mum put us up in this fucking epic top floor thing.
Little Airbnb option or a hotel?
Nah, hotel. Not far from the bay there.
Watson's Bay, Rushcutters Bay.
No, hold on. What am I saying?
Harbour?
Harbour. There we go. Not
Darling,
bay, Harbour.
Darling Harbour?
Yeah, I was like, fuck, that's not the right word.
Country boy goes city.
Yeah. I just start calling everything ponds whenever there's a body of water.
It's the water there and the little bridge.
Yeah.
You're talking about Darling Harbour, mate? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it wasn't far from there, which was awesome. Went on a night out, the first night, went to a couple bars, it was whatever. We went to this one bar where you go up a couple stairs. It's like in the city there.
Did you just go out on the harbour there or in the city?
It was a bit closer in. Go up these stairs and there's about fucking 6 dartboards in this venue.
Nice.
We've gone into a venue where their whole thing is darts.
Fuck yeah.
It was like, I was in there, I was like, oh, these cunts are losers. And then then you see it, like, you're not getting a turn. You're like, I want to play.
Darts is fun.
It was fun as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I was hating, and then within 5 minutes, I was like, nah, this is awesome.
Yeah, darts is one of those things. It's a lot of fun. When I lived in England, the darts, you ever watch like professional darts on TV?
Nah.
Looks like the most fun you could have at a sporting event because they're just... It's obviously the darts is not what you're there for. It's just a huge party.
Yeah.
If you get a chance and you're listening to this or you're watching this, go on YouTube and look up like the highlights of the darts. Everyone dresses up. It's like the rugby sevens and that. Everyone dresses up. It's just a full party atmosphere. The sport is like secondary.
I do love that.
Looks like so much fun. And also the darties, when a pub I used to work at, they used to have darts night. So like the darts players would come in and...
Are they all wearing like button ups and shit?
Nah, they were pretty unprofessional this time, actually. They were all drunks. But it was fucking... Darts is a lot of fun. Darts is very good.
Yeah, I ended up having a fucking fun time. I was like... In that venue, I was full just like, we've ended up here by chance, and this is weird. Like, you expect a pool table at a pub or whatever.
Was it like a darts bar?
Yes, like its thing was darts. Like it had darts memorabilia, like darts shirts on the walls and shit.
Did you see much of do you know who the wizard is? Whitlock?
Nah.
He's big time on the tour. He's from Cessnock.
Oh, and he's got a name for himself in the dart community.
A few of the OGs will know who the wizard is. Simon Whitlock. He looks like a darts player too. He looks like a fucking wizard.
Yeah,
hence the nickname.
That was the most of my trip, mate. I went to the cast. Honestly, it was a pretty quiet story from the casino. Not much going on. Lost money.
Big night? Was it a large night?
Nah, I didn't end up going too hard because we just burned our money and just went, all right, let's fucking go.
Damn, we've done our asses. We should go home.
I always hear those cast stories where like they just say like, I was just on a roll and I ended up walking away with all this money. I'm like, why can't that be me? Yeah,
they're few and far between. Doesn't happen very often.
You haven't had any luck at a cast?
I wouldn't. Yeah, no big wins. But I don't punt. I'm not a big punter. I'm normally just there for the alcohol and.
Yeah. It is addicting, old blackjack.
Yeah, blackjack's a lot of fun. Blackjack's good fun.
But you're getting robbed. At the casinos where you play, they're playing with 6 decks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're
It's just so you can't count the cards.
Yeah. But, well, and probably gives them a little bit more chance of winning. But, mate, how was your week?
Yeah, I've had a good week. Had a pretty eventful weekend. So Friday was a chill day. Obviously prepping the body and the mind for combat on Saturday. Play footy on Saturdays. Saturday was the local derby, so the mighty Dudley Magpies against the Windale Eagles. Very local in geographical terms. It's a fierce rivalry in the A grade pub comp.
Yeah.
And I'm actually podcasting busted today. I'm playing injured.
You are playing.
So you know, and obviously a lot of people in the newsroom know, but I did get a severe head injury.
Give the camera a better
if you're
look.
watching this on YouTube, I've got 5 stitches in my forehead.
Fucking hell.
So this is the shit I fucking play through to bring you guys the news every week. The doctor said to me, no podcasting. And I said, bash it up your ass, doc.
Tell your story walking.
I got to bring the people the news. Fucking stitch it up and get me out there. So yeah, I tackled. I went around the legs of this bloke. I don't normally tackle low because I'm tall and I can't be bothered bending me back. I'm 31. I've gone low and swung around and just one of our boys was standing there. And I've copped his knee. Bang, gone. Blood everywhere. Friendly fire. But I'm that tough. I just taped it up and fucking went back out.
Did you actually keep playing?
Yeah,
fucking oath you did, mate.
Boys got the W too. So great weekend. And as soon as I got it stitched up, and shout out to the without sounding like fucking patriot too much, shout out to the nurses and doctors.
Yeah.
So I went to it. Just every time I have to go to a hospital, not that they're like pleasant visits when you're at a hospital, but every time I go there, I just get reminded of what a fucking great country we have. Like, it's just bulk billed.
Yeah.
So you can go and get stitched up. Like, take very good care taken of you by lovely people. They're always nice. The people that
our nurses are usually pretty nice.
Mate, the people that abuse doctors and nurses need just chucking out on the street and figure it out yourself.
Maybe they need to be nicer to the nurses.
No, but like, when they're like, be nice to the nurses, I'm like, who's not being nice to these people? Like, they're like, or like ambulance, like people always abusing ambulance drivers. Those people need to just get like, all right, I'm not looking after you now. Figure it out.
Yeah.
It's nuts, mate. Anytime I go to a hospital, I just get taken such good care of. This time was no exception. So shout out to the people at Belmont Hospital. Stitched up. I was in and out in like fucking an hour on a Saturday evening, which is like unheard of.
How good.
Yeah. So that was awesome. And then straight to the pub.
Hey, rules are rules, mate. Rules are rules.
We had a very good friend visiting he lives in Boston now. He's only back once a year. So straight to the pub with a fucking like bandage on my head.
Mate, you know what's funny is you were talking about getting off the piss last week and how good you feel.
Yeah.
Then the week you get back on the piss, you got a busted fucking head. You rock up like late for the podcast because everything's going to shit at work.
Yeah. It's just what I told you this would happen.
Yeah, you did. You called it exactly.
I knew this would happen and I don't care. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. So yeah, huge night Saturday, just the boys just wrestling in their undies, and he had a really good Airbnb back in Newy East that we just treated like a toilet. We were all just fucking wrestling each other and carrying on. It was very good fun, just the boys being boys.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, woke up very doughy, ticked a few boxes around the house, just got the washing done, got a bit of food sorted, and then my mate messaged me, said, let's go for a beer. So about 2 o'clock in the Arvo, went for a nice long lunch at the Prince of Wales in town.
Yeah.
A few pizzas and then back on the schooners, and it was...
Pizzas are good there too.
Yeah, it was fucking really good food at the Prince. And then rolled into... It was a late finish again. Bloke I owned the business with had already looked after me, put me on light duties on Monday. She said, mate, I know you're having a beer. Take it easy. And then thankfully it fucking flogged down rain because the state I woke up in, light duties was going to be too much anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then it was hammering down rain Monday morning. He said, mate, job's been canned. Stay in bed. I was like, thank fucking God. So had Monday off, which is...
and then we linked up.
Yeah, and then we caught up and did some fucking nice podcast related business. So it's been a fucking nice week, man. Doughy, but a lot of fun was had on the weekend, and it's always worth it. It's always worth it. Oh yeah, today another hilarious thing happened at work today too.
I wanted to get into this.
Yeah, so fucking was doing some work at some housing commission units, and
that's where I'll be cleaning up next.
There's been some weapons getting around, but this one bloke in particular, he was in a wheelchair, and not a wheelchair, it was like a stroller. But like a mobility scooter.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. And he's parked up and he's fucking fucked up. Like he was up it and he's into us, and he got into one of the young blokes and the young bloke that works for us bit back.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, I mean, bleep his name out. Hey, you. I said, mate, just leave it. It's all good. So he goes away. Then he gets into another one of our young blokes. He's screaming at him. He's going, fuck you. Off his guts. Fuck you.
But like just for no reason.
Yeah. And then our other bloke was getting a bit rattled. He said, no. I said, I'm just going to have to mediate this. So I've started yarning with him. I said, what's the problem, brother? And he goes, mate, let me fucking ask you something. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, now I'm confident.
You think the earth's round or flat? So I've engaged with him. That was my first mistake.
Yeah.
I should have just kept building the scaff, but I fucking engaged with him. And I said, mate, sorry to tell you, I think it's round.
Yep.
And,
but you knew the answer. That's not the answer he wanted. Obvious. Well, I'd be expecting.
He made me look very silly.
Oh.
So when you're building the scaff, you've got a thing called a level.
Yep.
So just to make sure that the scaffold is level and straight.
Yep.
So he goes, think it's fucking round, do you? And then he looks at my level, which I'm currently using, and he goes, pretty interested in making things level, aren't you? And I was like, dude's got a point.
You've been converted by an alco.
I'm a flat earther now. And I mean, if any scaffolder worth their fucking pinch of salt, you should be a flat earther too if you're interested in making things level and flat. So I had some rings run around me by a fucking off his guts housing commission unit today. It was good.
Oh, mate, that's fucking funny.
It was good. Yeah. You learn something new every day.
The earth's round, people.
Yeah, this is not one of those podcasts. I didn't want to get too much into the flat earth thing because Hello Sport were talking flat earth last week, and I didn't want to just be following Hello Sport, obviously an amazing podcast, but this literally happened today, and I was like, I have to tell it. This Dero fucking got me.
That's fucking funny. We'll have to send that to them. Oh, God.
Send it to the boys. Anyway, that's enough fucking chit chat, Gabe. Should we dive into some news?
Let's dive into some news.
Gabe's going to lead us off this one because this is a TikTok related story, and I obviously don't get around TikTok because I'm 31.
Now, Blue, there's some things that you see people of my generation and under, you look at and you just go, what the fuck is going on? Would that be fair to say?
A lot. Where do you want me to start? Corduroy pants, TikTok, vaping, TikTok dances.
Oh, mate, you just wait. The list, I'm sure the list could go on.
I could sit here all day.
Brother, what you're about to witness is going to make you so annoyed and so confused. There's a thing on TikTok called TikTok Live, and I don't know if you're familiar with streaming in general or Twitch and that, but people can donate things to you in the form of gift, and the creator receives money.
Okay.
I would like you to watch the video now.
Okay.
You'll be seeing this at home too.
Yes, 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 strong woman. Oh, special, oh, special, oh, special, oh, special. Ice cream so good, pop, amazing. Yes, 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 yes.
What are your thoughts on what you've just witnessed?
I mean, as absolutely insane as what that is, that's kind of what I think TikTok is.
You're just under the assumption that is TikTok?
That's nuts, but that is like what I think it is, and that's why I steer clear of it.
What she is doing is when she receives a certain gift, she just responds with a certain phrase. So like when someone sends an ice cream, she's doing that licking thing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Mate, from one session doing that, she can earn up to $5,000.
How long's a session?
Like a day.
That's you're right, that has annoyed me.
Yeah.
That's fucking pissed me off, yeah.
And so that chick who somehow created this trend, they're calling them NPC lives. So,
non-playable character?
Yeah. So they're just responding to things like that. There's been a bunch of copycats doing it now. So now it's just a community of people just going, yes, 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 yes. And like pretending to fucking suck glizzies and shit like that. Like it's weird as fuck, bro.
It's pretty brain dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
but that's like that is what I think of you guys. Not you, but you got like when I think of TikTok and like that generation, not all of you, but that's what I think you're contributing.
Damn, I didn't think you thought that low.
Well, not that specifically, but that level of
brain deadness.
Yeah, that is why I just, you asked me so we had a plan. Gabe and I had a planning meeting, like a planning meeting. We went for a coffee and a burrito just to talk about the podcast. And you're like, bro, you should get TikTok on your phone just so when we do things on the podcast they come up. And I said no because I know it's that. And I don't fucking want to be anywhere near it, mate. It's fucking nuts. That's why. You just like...
There's another one which I'm happy for you to say no on, but the link directly below that is a couple doing the same thing.
This is just for the podcast.
So good.
Roses, my love, roses.
Get that dead shit out my face.
Cinderella.
Is that my slipper?
Ding. Heart.
Ding.
These people make these people make money.
Yes, can't.
Good money.
I don't know about them people specifically, but
yeah,
that chick, upwards of $300, upwards of any amount of money, is insane to do that for.
Any money, being paid anything to do that.
Yeah.
What's a
Bro, that's a job now.
It bothers me.
That is someone's career now.
Yeah, that annoys me.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even sure, but I'm pretty confident that first chick, maybe even them, what they do off the back of it is like they make an OnlyFans. Yeah. Because then they get popular and then
they can cash in.
Yeah.
It does make me hopeful of when the war does go nuclear and all the Wi-Fi goes down and like this stuff can't exist anymore. These people will be the first to die. That is like, the more of this stuff I see prosper, the more I go, when shit gets real, these will be the first people to die because that's not going to get you anywhere.
I suppose so.
That's the only comfort I take when I see this stuff. I'm like, well, they'll die.
But they'll have all the money.
Or they will. Maybe they'll,
That's what I'm saying.
Because then you're right. Then they'll just hire mercenaries.
Then they'll pay you to put up their house.
Then they'll hire mercenaries to look after them.
Yeah.
And just go, fuck, man.
Isn't that insane?
I had a long day at work. I didn't need you starting the show with that.
I just knew it would piss you off. The second I saw it, I went, I need to show Bluey this.
Yeah.
Because fuck, he would hate it.
Yes, correct. Well done, mate. Mission accomplished. All right, we're heading stateside for our next story, and this is a headline that excited and made me terrified. Sharks are on cocaine in Florida.
Now, that's an exciting headline.
It is an exciting headline. So experts are saying the cocaine in both the wastewater and you know those big bundles of coke that get like thrown overboard by the smugglers, like the real big...
Look like bricks.
I believe they refer to them as keys on the streets. That is making hammerhead sharks in the Florida Keys go bananas.
Which apparently hammerheads don't like to approach people. They're very antisocial, right?
Yeah, and then a few scientists are noting the hammerheads were like, when they would see researchers and stuff, instead of going away from them, they were going towards them.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what would that be? And then they figured out it's the coke.
Yeah, people are tossing it overboards when patrols coming around or something like that.
Yeah, so when they're like ditching it, like when smugglers are ditching it, and also they reckon in the wastewater as well, that's having an impact as well. So pretty wild.
I also saw a clip on that of like they threw fake keys overboard and like some sharks were grabbing it and shooting off with it. Now, look, as long as they're only doing it every now and then on special occasions, I think it's play on.
Yeah. Where do they get the money for it? They don't have jobs.
Well, Australia is the most expensive place to buy cocaine, so I read.
It's cheap in Florida, though. Yeah, it's coming
it's free
straight
if
over.
you live under the water.
Yeah, exactly. That is pretty funny. Did you watch Cocaine Bear yet? That movie that came out?
I haven't, and I will admit, like, something with such a stupid name, I just feel like I do have to see that. It's like Sharknado.
Yeah, and The Meg.
Yeah.
It's those crazy movies. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either, but I mean, cocaine. It is funny that this story got my attention too because we do get, if you've been listening to the podcast for a couple of weeks now, on the Daily Blue dial-ins, we do get sent a lot of random animal fighting scenarios.
We do.
People like to just ask us what would win or what would you have to defend your life, a fucking grizzly or a rhino, or it gets quite heated, but we haven't brought narcotics and performance enhancing drugs into it yet. So like,
which animal would be most deadly on cocaine?
Yeah, or like, you know, like fuck. You're allowed one animal and it's allowed to be on one
drug.
So this is just another dynamic now
Yeah.
to our animal fighting scenario. So
We're
I mean,
opening a
guys,
door here.
I mean that's just going to open the floodgates for next week's dial-ins. People are going to be ringing in with animal and narcotic fighting scenarios.
Bear on meth versus
Exactly,
lion.
rhino on ketamine. That kind of stuff. So, I mean, do your worst, guys. That's going to be good fun in the dial-ins next week.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I'll back Cocaine Bear.
And Cocaine Shark. It's just a bunch of sharks talking about starting businesses with their mates. Like, bro, we should totally fucking...
Dude, we should start a podcast.
Yes.
The podcast powder. Have you heard it called that?
Podcast powder.
Yeah, that's good, eh?
That's very funny. That's very, very funny.
Teacher license revoked after video shows she forced 7-year-old special needs student to eat his own vomit.
That's not as funny as I thought it was going to be.
I didn't think it was special needs either.
Well, maybe we should have read the full headline before we brought it to the podcast. Damn.
But let's just start with this. That's pretty fucked up.
I mean, I think it goes without saying that the teacher shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. And good thing she got her license revoked. But the main reason I brought this up is so we could pretty much just bounce off it. Speaking teachers, speaking school. Did you ever have a teacher do something fucked, or maybe even a student do something fucked to a teacher back in the day?
Well, I'm going to go
this extreme.
I am going to go the other way with this one. It's not teacher or school related, but it is vomit related, vomit eating related, and not a special needs kid. I've seen multiple grown men on Mad Mondays eat and drink their own vomit. There was one in particular that sticks out. I won't say what footy club I was playing for. It was overseas though, and yeah, they had like a jug. And it was like a sick jug. So like if blokes was
That was the
sick,
thing.
well, like blokes would like be sick in it, and then it was like your punishment if you were sick, you had to drink your own vomit.
That has rugby league written all over
It's
it.
very, very rugby league. But and yeah, some of the behaviour was special needs too, but no one was officially special needs. So probably not as good. Yeah, no one was diagnosed anyway. So yeah, but I don't know, in terms of like teachers making kids do fucked up stuff, saw a couple of good sprays. A few teachers like lose it, which the older you get, the more I have teacher mates now, and I like making fun of teachers because they get so many holidays. But I do also think like I couldn't do it. Like if you caught me on a bad day, I'm a good chance of hitting one of the kids.
Brother, I was thinking this exact thing. Like I was a fucking, pardon me, I was a fucking shit like from year 7 to year 9. And when you're that age, like you kind of pride yourself on like fucking off teachers and that.
Yeah.
And then like you become an adult and I'm like, oh, that was bad what I would do to these people. Like they were already fucking on edge. They were already fucking like they'd come in to they're going to work.
Yeah.
And
Like if I had kids hanging shit on me like that at work, it'd be on.
Yeah. But
And you're not allowed to.
to be fair, some of them probably do deserve it. Some of them do treat kids like shit. But one time when I was real, like it would have been year 8 or so, this fella like pissed off this teacher so much, and we used to give him hell, that this teacher threw a chair at him. Yeah. And to the teacher's fucking credit, like we were giving the teacher so much shit, acting like fucking heroes. You're untouchable. You're a kid. What's the teacher going to do? He throws a chair, and the kid, he didn't hit him, but he threw the chair near him, and the kid runs off crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, welcome to the real world, I suppose.
Yeah, that is a good education. There was a good one not long ago at a school in Maitland where the same thing happened. These kids were in this teacher's face like, you can't fucking do shit. And the teacher just went, bang.
Yeah.
And he went, oh no. Because they broke him. Like, what do you think's going to happen? They're people too. Yeah, there's no way. I wouldn't be a teacher.
It took me so long to realise. Like, I literally reckon the past 3 years where it's like, oh, teachers were coming into work hungover.
Fucking oath,
You know what I mean?
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a couple of them that fucking teach drunk.
Yeah.
You'd have to. Take the edge off.
Yeah, fucking no.
Fuck that.
Shout out Soulcat.
Shout out
I
Soulcat.
can't see through the bottle.
Hey, fucking shout out Soulcat. If
That's
you
not
are,
water, baby.
if you are a teacher out there that's looking to have a little sip at work, if you know what I mean. Soulcats are excellent. In all seriousness, I have been fucking swinging off the Soulcat at work. I made a mistake in getting the Soulcat Designs, by the way, 10% off at the moment, soulcatdesigns.com.au. I shouldn't have got the white one because I've trashed it.
I will admit that was a rookie choice.
I know, but it is a fucking nice water bottle. I have been fucking using the fucking hell out of it at work.
So if you're a teacher and you had little kids like me giving you hell,
Get yourself an ice Soulcat. little fucking rum and coke in there. Irish up your coffee a little bit. Keep it warm all day, thermos, and take the edge off those little shits.
And it might make you nicer at work too.
Yeah, fucking oath. Fucking oath. All right, Gabe, you're going to take us into our next headline. It made me a little bit horny and confused. You just put it in our show notes under the heading, Man discovers he's related to his fiancée after DNA test.
This has got to be anyone's nightmare, finding out that you're related to your lover.
Or, if you're from Queensland,
Yeah, or if you're in Queensland.
a wet dream. You fucking two-headed. Go on.
Ding. The bloke took to Reddit's confessions forum to reveal his secret, and boy, did he have a doozy for us.
That is a hell of a secret.
My fiance, 28 male, and I, also 28 male, are getting married in a few months. We're extremely happy in love.
I was just a couple of bros.
Yeah, it's a couple of the gay boys, which kind of makes it better if you think about it. I'm super into ancestry and have been building out my tree. I saw a promo.
I thought you said I'm super into ancestry.
Yeah,
I thought that's what you said. I was like, ancestry. Ancestry,
yeah.
he said.
Well, he probably is super into ancestry at this point.
Well,
I saw a promo for Ancestry.com for a 50% DNA kit and bought one for my fiance. In the view DNA matches selection was my picture. It says we're third cousins, who I guess did blah, blah, blah. On one hand, we're gay, so there's no concern over having babies. We're also both Jewish, and I know our gene pools are already shallow.
yeah, they do say that about the Jays, about the brothers. Like, there's because they only sleep, like, Jews generally just shack up with Jews. That's a lot of the reason they've got, like, bad eyesight and, like, they lose their hair. It's just because, like, they've just got a shallow gene pool because they only root other Jews.
But I don't know if I'm about to, like, take this podcast down a weird path. Isn't that just a religion? So it's not you doing anything incest by...
Yeah, it is a religion, but they all come from the same part of the world too. Like, generally, like, and then, like, you're only, like, if you're in a Jewish community in fucking Newcastle, you, like, they generally just shack up with other Jewish people from Newcastle.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying here. I'm just saying as an
how would that
example.
affect you physically?
Well, it wouldn't the first generation, but down the line it would. If you were only sleeping with your people, do you know
Because
what I
then
mean?
there is a little bit of ancestry in there.
Not full blown, but that's why
these people, third cousins.
that's what he's saying. A shallow gene pool. Like, that's my take on it anyway.
Nah, I hear.
Could be completely wrong. I was shown up by a homeless dude in a housing commission today, so take that with a grain of salt, guys.
If you're coming here for hard rock correct information, correct information, you're in the wrong place.
Oh, 100%. Rock hard Morton's. This is the right place, but rock hard information, not so much.
But third cousins, play on or not play on?
Depends how hot she is. Or he. You reminded me of a story, and I'm going to ask you if this is play on or not.
Okay.
So this is when I was in high school too.
What'd you do?
No, I didn't do anything.
Oh, here we go.
But there was a girl in our year, and there was a rumor going around that she'd been rooting her step brother, which is so, like, her mum had remarried,
Yeah.
and she was rooting the new husband's son.
Yeah.
And we were like, "There's no way that's a vicious high school rumor. There's no way she's doing it." And we just asked her one day. We said, "What's the go?" She goes, "Yes." And we were like,
You witnessed this.
"We didn't. I didn't say rooting. But I witnessed
No,
it.
but you witnessed her say
I witnessed it confirm the rumor."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck? That's fucking nuts." And then, like, because it's the biggest category on Pornhub now and
Yeah.
stuff. Like the
People love
stepsister
that
thing.
shit, don't they?
So, like, and that's not by blood. I still think it's fucking weird.
It is a huge wig out, bro.
Yeah, it's not like, and I don't know. I don't even genuinely don't know why it's such a big fucking thing on porn on the hub. I don't know.
Just like taboo shit.
It's because it's
people
like-
just want to do something wrong that's not incest.
Yeah, and it's close. That's why, because it's you're fucking.
It could be the most wrong shit ever.
It's without incest. So, but yeah, third cousin, she'd have to be a fucking pretty good sword, eh?
Yeah, I
I'd
thought.
probably, yeah. Like a 5 or above. No.
Oh, mate. The step sister thing. It's fucking hilarious that she confirmed it. I wonder if they're like still.
I doubt it. I doubt. I bet the mum and dad probably split up not long after that got out as well. I don't know.
If you're doing shit like that.
Oh my god! Imagine Christmas lunch. It's a fucking it's a weird one. Anyway, I hope it works out for those boys.
And if you're hooking up with your step sibling, hit the
on.
dial-ins.
Play on. Hit the dial-ins. Let us know how it is.
Tell us about Christmas.
Give us a couple of stories.
Headline for you, Blue, from the great, reliable, trusty news source of Lad Bible.
They do good work.
Ski resort visitor lost phone, exposes bizarre, embarrassing checklist. Now, if you were listening earlier, you know I would be all over this because I love looking at other people on their phones.
Yes.
So the person who found the phone tried to get it back to the original person, and they shared their lock screen on social media to be like, hey, is this anyone's phone?
Yep.
Their lock screen is a screenshot from their notes of a list of their goals. Goal number 1, get jacked and be 87 kilos. Goal 2, quit all nicotine.
No.
Goal 3, have $25,000 in bank account.
That's not a bad goal.
Goal 4, have a motorbike.
Yeah.
Which is just I kind of just like that that's in there, just a little. So goal 5, get better at fighting. Now I don't know if he's written that after he's he's had a bad day, got into a blow at the pub.
Yeah, he
or
might have got
something.
bashed.
Got bashed, and he's like, I need to get better at fighting.
Yeah.
6, get good grades at uni. This is where it gets good. Goal 7, have 3 girls on the roster.
Fucking, that's not a bad goal. All these goals, I like these goals.
I like that they're on his lock screen.
Yeah.
He's just got that on the lock, bro. I don't know if you're going to get 3 girls on your roster while having that on your lock screen.
Well, and then goal 8 is don't get haircut for 3 months. So, just looking at this guy wants to be like a jacked, kind of surfy
Motorbike riding.
fighter. I mean, I don't mind this list.
No, it's a cool list.
If you don't let anyone see the list and just do those things, you're going to be kind of a fucking cool guy.
See, but isn't it awesome we can see this list?
Yeah.
I love indulging in that shit.
Imagine being an 87 kilo jack dude, which if you're 87 kilos and jacked, you're shredded. You're a shredded guy. Because I'm not 87 kilos and I'm not jacked. So that would be nice. Quitting all nicotine, so you're gonna look good. 25K in the bank is horny. Being on a motorbike, that's fucking nice.
Whilst jacked.
Who can fucking throw hands. You're going to be a good fighter. Getting good marks at uni, so you're an all-rounder.
Yeah, you got a bit of brains about you.
Exactly. You got brains and brawn. 3 girls on the roster's nice.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's ready to fucking play, isn't he?
Yeah, 3 girls on the roster's nice. And 3's a nice number because you can rotate, between them. Give them all kind of the loving they deserve without being too much of a sleaze. So I like that he's nailed it down to 3 girls as opposed to anything more than that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the last one, it's gone off the screen. What was
the last one was don't get a haircut for 3 months.
Yeah,
so he wants
so
a
he's
bit
got
of
long hair.
A bit of long mane.
So I mean, this guy, and they think the thing is too, like when you have goals, you have to write them down and like see them every day.
Hold you accountable.
That is what they say. We've got a little list on the wall there. So while the internet's probably having a good laugh at this guy, which we are too, fair play to him.
And apparently he went on to become Dan Bilzerian.
So it works.
But this got me thinking, and it kind of talked about it in the article. It's like we all have some rogue, random shit in our notes. List, shopping shit. You probably got a bunch of news article ideas.
Mine's just fucking insane ramblings when I think of news articles when I'm on the piss. And then I look back at them, I'm like, this is fucking nonsense.
And when you're writing it, you're like, I'll remember exactly what that means. And you read it the second day and you're like, I have no fucking idea what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, our show notes are a good laugh when you just put the headline in and no context. That's always good.
Last week it was good where you're just like, Aussie couple drinks insane amount of piss. I was like, I'm keen for that story.
Yeah, it's good.
But speaking of lists, it got me thinking about bucket lists.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice segue.
Thank you. Do you have an official bucket list?
No.
Do off the top of your head, is there 1 to 3 things you could think about you want to do?
No.
Nothing.
Only because I've never. If I sat and I'll come back to you with a bucket list next week.
We'll do bucket list next week.
Because because I'm sure there would be some things that I should sit down and think I want to do that before I'm brown bread.
Like not get a haircut for 3 months.
Like get 87 kilos and jacked.
Get a motorbike.
I'm not quitting nicotine. No fucking way. But the other things, 25K in the bank would be nice. Yeah. But I do like bucket lists, and I like when people like, you see on Instagram someone's like bucket list and they do something awesome. You're like, fuck yeah, that's mad. But no, I don't have a bucket list. Do you?
Nah, mate, I have one thing that like I know I want to do that's a bit like rogue. It's a bit out there.
Do you want to share it?
Well, do you think I should share now, or do you think I should?
It's up to you.
All right, this will make you laugh.
Maybe.
Well, it won't make you laugh. It'll make you intrigued.
It'll only make me laugh if you say 87 kilos and jacked.
I want to record an album.
What kind of album?
I don't know. Probably like rap or something. Like I just always loved that since I was young.
Yeah.
That's like, I think before I die, like I want to make an album.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That's
That's just like one random like bucket list thing I have.
have to do it.
Yeah.
And you don't know when we're going to die either, so don't wait.
Start now.
Get Drake's poetry book
Just turn them into bars.
and just at least use it for inspiration. DJ Khaled can produce for you. That fat fucking idiot. That's mad.
Yeah, that's my one that is like definitely on my list. It's like a bit like just fucking random.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like they are supposed to be random.
Yeah.
Because if they weren't bucket lists, you would have done them already.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I'll come back to you with a good list next
Yeah,
week.
we'll do 5 to 10 next week.
In the dial-ins too, hit us with some good bucket list suggestions.
That's a good one.
Because there's some fucking lunatics out there. And so far, everyone's just ringing up talking about shit and fucking animal fighting. Everyone's talking about their bowel movements and fucking animal fighting. So give us some bucket list stuff. Time for a bit of local news this week in Newcastle news. And not going to lie to you, Gabe, was pretty busy and pretty hungover for the first half of the week. There's not actually a lot of Newcastle news this week, but you've come up with something here in our show notes that just says Mayfield payphone, and then it's a link to TikTok, which I'm not going to lie, doesn't excite me heaps, but I'm sure it'll fucking upset me.
Now look, mate, I don't even know how recent this news is, or if it's even news at all. But if you're not from Newcastle, this will be an eye-opener for you of what's going on in the beautiful place of Mayfield. And if you are from Newcastle, you're going to be like, yep.
Just sit back and enjoy. Should I fire it up?
Fire it up.
10 miller, motherfucker, fuck it! Fucking skin, fucking dog cunt!
Yes.
There's some teeth in your fucking head, you fucking dog!
Yes. I mean, that's Mayfield.
Yeah.
That is not news if you live in Mayfield, but that's just what it is. It's a hell of a suburb.
I saw that TikTok just popped up, and I must have clicked the wrong one, but there's just that payphone must have fucking, if you were, if walls could talk, if payphones could talk.
Yeah. For anyone listening to, that was just a junkie screaming at a payphone.
Yeah. I used to work across from it.
Yeah.
So
I could see your old work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
People fucking just throwing fucking phones at the payphone, calling people dog cunts.
Bit of phone-on-phone violence.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's colourful. That's the main drag there in Mayfield. It's fucking, you see, we drive through there a fair bit for work. You always see something funny.
Yeah, fuck yeah, every single time.
There's a real famous character called the Mayfield Jesus.
Yes.
Which I'm sure being where you were, you would have seen him daily. Yeah, he's a fair character. There's fucking heaps of them.
Well, explain who Mayfield Jesus is.
So Mayfield Jesus, for those of you from outside of the area, he's not, I'm sure he's not homeless.
I have no idea.
I don't think he's homeless, but he's like a disheveled. He also goes by the slow walker. We used to call him the slow walker because he's always walking at it's beyond a snail's pace.
He does not give a fuck if there's cars coming. If you're like on the intersection or whatever, he just walks in front of you at the same pace.
Even when he's on the footpath, he's just going so slowly, picking up bumpers off the ground. And it's like you'll just see him. It must take him fucking forever to get up and down the street.
Where does he go, bro? Is it just that drag?
I don't know. It's awesome though. It's one of the great bits of like mythology about Mayfield.
Yeah.
It's like a mythological beast. We always used to get a real kick when we'd see him. Like we'd give him a toot and a wave. Like we'd be pumped up to see Slowsy.
Would he ever give you anything back?
No, maybe the finger every now and then, but
Real?
nah, yeah, he gave us some dirty looks, but like, I think he kind of knew we were having a giggle.
Well, mate, before I even met you, like I'd obviously seen Daily Blue News going around, but one of the first articles that got me going was Mayfield Jesus performs miracles at skate park in exchange for dough.
He did used to heal Healing just skateboarders for
Yeah.
darts. Apparently, that's so I hear. Yeah, there's some great characters on Maitland Road in Mayfield. There, it's a fucking some fucking good takeaways too. Just a little bit further up, Mayfield West.
Shout out Mayfield West. They might have to sponsor the pod at this point.
Fuck, mate! I tell you what, if they sponsored the pod, we wouldn't get much podcasting done. Imagine trying to knock a
Snack
podcast.
packs.
Imagine trying to knock a podcast out after a fucking half a chook and a snack pack.
And they do still hold the highest review in Blues Chews history.
Well, there's a fucking whopper this week.
Oh yeah, well we better keep moving.
Is it chew time?
I think it's chew time.
Is it chew time? Oh, it's sports news. It's not even. All right, guys, in sporting news this week, the Australians have retained the Ashes. Everyone's, there's a lot of whinging going on in England. Obviously, the fourth test was rained out, and that's how we retained them. Piers Morgan, in particular, made a big song and dance about having a sook about the way in which we as a country retain the Ashes. I'm not a big cricketing fan personally, but I do like when this kind of. I shouldn't say I'm not a fan, but I'm just not I'm not a nuffy. I'm not that big into it. But it is funny when this stuff comes up and like just personality. I don't even why is Piers Morgan famous?
I was going to ask you.
He's a personality.
I think he dives into the culture of people who it's like, I say outrageous things and people watch me.
They're just personalities, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's their TV personalities. But he's come out and said what a shambles it is that, guess what? That's what fucking cricket is.
Yeah.
They play the game for 5 days and forgive me for thinking you thought you weren't going to lose any games to fucking rain when you had an Ashes series in England.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have lost the first 2 tests.
Just win them, mate.
You know what I mean? Like,
Does this same rule apply to New South Wales? No.
no.
But when we're talking cricket,
Yeah.
just win the games, mate.
Just win the ones that you can play and then you don't have this problem. So that's been pretty funny. He's carried on Deluxe on Twitter and lots of people obviously getting stuck into him. You're going to open your Twitter up here, are you?
Yeah, Sportsbet got in on the fun, and like when they were pulling out the big thing for rain, Sportsbet pull out live scenes of a giant tissue being issued to delivered to Piers Morgan right now, and Piers Morgan has replied and just says, "Graceless, full stop."
Graceless. So, I mean, first of all, it's a sports betting agency, Piers. They don't speak like, what do you...
He actually just made them a lot of money, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's funny. And like, it is hilarious. I do... Like, Piers Morgan is famous for just saying shit.
Yeah.
And it's funny to think that these people... Like, I feel like an idiot. Like, we had a reel perform well this week on Instagram, and I feel like a fucking loser because I'm watching this reel do well.
Yep.
And I'm going like, this is fucking mad. And some people are like saying we're dickheads and some people are saying we're good, and I'm trying to reply to people. And I feel like an idiot. I'm like, this is social media. It's not real. And then I think Piers Morgan is 50-something and he's replying to Sportsbet on Twitter. Like, they're just doing the same shit.
Yep.
They're just hovering Twitter, going like, they're talking shit about me and like getting back, like biting back. It's funny, like we're all fucking morons.
Some of them are stupid. Some of them are playing the game.
Of course, he's playing a game.
And I hate to admit, he's playing a game.
He's playing a game. But it is just funny, but it's just like the same shit.
Yeah. And I think
Like he's just hovering. He'd be watching the cricket. I do the same thing. I watch the footy on a Friday night and the nights will be going good and the group chat's going off and I'm watching the footy and texting me mates.
Yeah.
These cunts are doing the same shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's weird when you think about like, oh, celebrities are just normal people.
Yeah, but they're just sitting on their phones watching sport.
Yeah.
Going like, fuck you.
He's probably had a few beers, and he's seen Sportsbet post that, and he's like, fucking graceless.
Graceless.
Also, yeah, mate. You know what? We are. Stop. Like, if you're buying into the stigma of England being this like prestigious, like
Holier than thou.
you're a loser for buying into that, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Is that just an Australian's point of view, or is that the truth? I feel like you've been to England,
It's
right?
cricket. It's cricket.
Yeah. You've been to England?
I have. Yeah, I was actually born there.
That's right.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of them are pretty good blokes.
They're great people.
And then you got people like Piers Morgan saying words like graceless about cricket.
But no one actually thinks like no one's like that's like bad sports. It's like that's what cricket is. You can lose because of rain. That's it's a weird game like that. You play for 5 days. Like it's a strange game. Piers Morgan's a lemon.
And that's why I've never indulged in cricket.
Yeah, good Steel City, good drop. I'm gonna have to get him on board. I think I'm gonna have to reach out.
Reach out, Steel City, before we do.
I'm gonna you trust me. You guys want to hear from me. You want to get in touch with me before you hear from me because it's not gonna be good. In more recent news, and actually this one's sort of pretty crazy. So the Saudi Arabia is making a bit of a takeover of soccer at the moment. I'm a Premier League casual as well. Follow it very, very loosely, but the Saudis have put in a fucking eye-watering bid for French superstar Kylian Mbappe. Mm-hmm. What is it in Australian dollars that these motherfuckers have?
Oh, dude. Oh. 493
million Australian dollars. So it's a 300 million euro bid from Al Hilal for Kylian Mbappe.
Now, and apparently with all the extras on top of that, our boy Mbappe's coming in at roughly $1 billion.
That's what I read today. So he will earn so it's a 1 year contract.
Yep.
So it's to buy him out of the last year of his contract at PSG.
Yep.
Because as those fucking Parisians do, they love just pissing off marquee players and treating them like shit after they whatever.
Yep.
And so it's only for 1 year. They're going to buy him out of the last year of his PSG contract, and then he's going to go to Madrid on a free next year because
Madrid.
He's going to go to Real Madrid for well, I think so, yeah.
Yep.
He's going to go to Real Madrid that's what they're saying. So he's going to go to Al Hilal for 1 year for $1 billion.
Yes.
And then once that 1 year contract's up, Real Madrid are going to pick him up for free, but they're going to pay him again. Yeah. Just fucking nuts. It's soccer's it was already getting stupid when like the European clubs started spending. I remember Man United paid like £93 million for Paul Pogba a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And everyone lost their minds because that was the transfer record at the time. That's been broken a few times now. People like 100 million is kind of like Jack Grealish, and like guys go for 100 million. That's kind of becoming standard. And then the Saudis are getting involved now.
And they just like made golf. Like, wasn't there some weird golf merger?
Yeah, so they there was like a Saudi golf league, the Live Golf.
Yes.
And it was like, it looked fucking awesome. And it was rivaling the PGA, and they were paying the PGA golfers fucking
to go play there.
Which golfers already get fucking insane money. And these guys were paying more, but then it was like they were partying at they were, doing fucking chip and comps, and it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But then they just merged with the PGA because I think the PGA realised they were in shit. But this is happening now with the soccer. They're buying,
just throwing cash.
They're getting big names now too.
And Mbappe, so he's young, bro. I don't have his age on me, but like,
fuck, I think he's 23.
Yeah,
he's very young.
So he's coming into like, this is the next gen
time.
Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like, this is the next gen Messi, the next gen Ronaldo. Like, this is the new guy.
Yeah.
So he's making a bill.
He's 24.
Yeah. So he's younger than me.
Yeah.
Like, which is always weird. Like, I look in the mirror and I still see someone who's fucking like 20.
Yeah.
And then I look at NRL players and all that. I'm like, he's younger than me.
Yeah, it bothers me. Yeah, it bothers me. You're like, Nathan Cleary's like 25. You're like, damn, he's fucking won 2 comps. He's 6 years younger than me.
I saw a tweet from NBA Central. Kylian Mbappe's potential 1 year salary with Al Hilal, 776 M's. LeBron James' all-time NBA earnings is 531.
That'd just be...
And from the NBA.
Yeah, that'd just be what the Lakers had paid him, or like his NBA contracts. But still, it's a fucking insane amount of money. For
He's all-time.
Yeah.
He's all-time.
Yeah. He's been in the league for like 20 years.
And he's been like
his
the
son
GOAT.
his son had a fucking heart attack.
Is that... I glanced by that.
Yeah. Sorry, in other headlines, Bronny James, he got taken to hospital. He had a cardiac arrest while he was at practice.
Fuck.
I don't want to fucking get into vaccines and stuff, but
hey, pray for Bronny.
Pray for Bronny. I think he's all right now, but scary stuff.
If you're Mbappe, so he's playing with PSG, assumingly living in France, assuming living in Paris, you get offered $1 billion to go play. Let's just say $1 billion.
Yeah.
You get offered $1 billion to go play in Saudi Arabia for 1 year. I think yes, it'd be sick to get $1 billion, but like, you already have too much money.
Yeah,
like, you're
money,
compromising your like, it doesn't matter to you at that point.
Yeah, but I think
Does it?
Fuck, who knows, mate? And like,
You know what I'm saying, though?
The football's so swirly, like it's so corrupt. There's so much money, and like, think of the agent. Like, his agent is going to be getting a cut of that.
Yeah.
You think his agent's going to be telling him, "Nah, mate, stay." He's had a blue with the owners. The PSG owners just seem like fuckwits. The French fans, no disrespect to any French listeners, seem like a bunch of fuckwits. As soon as blokes start playing bad, they turned on Messi.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, they're dogs. So it's funny.
Actually, PSG can't keep players.
Because they
Neymar played there. Is Neymar still there or not?
well, they turned on him.
Yeah.
They're dickheads.
Yeah,
They're
you make a good point.
They're fucking dickheads, mate. So
Maybe Saudi wouldn't be so bad for a year.
why not? He's already on the nose. He's probably had a blue with them. He's like, fucking, I'll just beat it for a year. He'll score 1 million goals in that league.
Yeah, Messi's already fucking it up in the US league too.
Yeah, that's cool. He's killing it for Miami.
Yeah.
So yeah. I do like the soccer. I do. I must admit, I'm a bit of a fucking soccer nerd.
Are ya?
A closeted soccer. I like my Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Prem.
Keep it in the closet.
Yeah. In some local sporting news this week, the mighty Newcastle Knights humped the Melbourne Storm last week. We've had this debate on this before. I didn't tip him. And I would be, anyone who did tip him, fucking fair play to you.
Do you remember last week?
I said they wouldn't win.
Yeah, I know, but do you remember me saying, you want to be on the right side of history when it comes to this, and you just conned me out of tipping them?
I mean, what did I say to con you out of it?
I
would have said I'm not tipping them. Don't try and put this on me because you didn't fucking tip them.
Yeah, I wanted to put it on you,
mate. Fair play. Anyone who tipped them, fucking good on ya. They hadn't beaten them since 2015, 11 games. I heard Danny Badiras talk on the radio through the week, and he sounded horny. He did. He was like, nah. He goes. There's a good feel around. And I was like, you're just saying that because you're the fucking ops manager. You have to say that. And then the more he spoke, I was like, Bedsy's got him fucking fired up.
If you're not hot on the Knights after that, I don't know what will make you hot on the Knights.
The fact that they're Knights, mate. They're fucking so inconsistent.
Well, what? Are they 4 from 4 at the minute?
Against who?
Well, Melbourne.
If they beat Canberra this weekend, it'll be 4.
I'm tipping them against Raiders.
They beat fucking the Dogs and the fucking Tigers
I know.
and had a freakish. I haven't seen them play that well for a long time.
Yeah.
And Melbourne were off too.
Yeah,
You can't say Melbourne played well.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So I hate it. I'm not convinced.
You're not tipping them this week?
I don't know. I'll see.
I'll tip them this week.
They're playing the Milk. Yeah, who knows?
It should be a good game.
It's down there.
Yeah, I know. That's what threw me off.
It should be a good game. But still a fucking a famous win. They had like 21,000 there. I didn't go to the game, but I watched it on the telly, and the Newcastle chant kept going up. And I was like, fuck, man, that looks horny.
I was out in Sydney, and I was like checking the score and that, and I just was at dinner, and I checked it, and I was like, the Knights fucking won.
Yeah.
Like, I was in shock.
Yeah, I was actually getting my head stitched up, and I was watching the KO, and the Newcastle chant was going up. I was like, fuck, that's epic. So, yeah, well done to the boys. Very, very good stuff.
In similar rugby league news, the Rabbitohs fucking lost because Trell Mitt didn't play.
When's he coming back?
Hopefully this week, and if he doesn't, it's going to piss me off.
They've been saying that for like a month.
I know. But I'm going to the game in Tamworth this week.
Nice. Oh, nice. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, so you better be fucking playing. It's also against the Tig, so it better be a fucking humpy.
Oh, that's great. Where do they play at up at Tamworth?
Scully Park, it's called.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who plays there?
I don't know.
Someone.
I don't even know if they even really use it.
Fuck, that's mad.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. In some rugby union news now, and perhaps I'm going to say, most appropriate collaboration I've ever seen. The Wallabies have teamed up with RM Williams to produce an item of footwear that can only be described as...
This isn't even the footwear, mate.
What? Oh, isn't it? What is it? A heritage rugby ball?
Mate, they've released...
they've released a fucking...
Heaps of shit.
It's a RM Williams Wallabies collection.
Have you seen how much that's worth yet?
Yeah. So... For those that are listening, RM Williams have teamed up with the Wallabies, and it's a full collection of shit. I only saw the actual boots.
Yeah.
But they've released an old school leather rugby ball, which is like, it just looks like one of those brown with the white stitches, like the most basic footy you've ever seen. It's going for $1,000 on the website at the moment, which is just the most fucking rugby union thing I've ever seen. There's also a Wallabies jersey that I can see, like an old school Wallabies jersey and a scarf.
Holy cunt. Sorry, bro, I thought you got that wrong. I thought the ball was selling for $100 this whole time.
No, the ball's going for $1,000.
It is. The ball is going for $1,000. Holy shit.
Yeah, how they just that, but that is just the most
rugby union.
Like, and to that's like something Batuta and like Double Bay today, and they've been making fun of rugby and RMs because it's such a
hand in hand.
It's such a cultural symbol. Like a pair of RM Williams are like,
you like rugby union.
like wealthy white fucking and which is like rugby union through and through. It's just the Sydney elites. That's why the fucking Wallabies suck, by the way, because all you do is because all they do in the Aussie schoolboys is pick the kids that go to the GPS schools, Kings, College, Joey's. They're the only kids that go through any Aussie schoolboys team. They're not picking the kids from Western Sydney, the freak athletes who are the fucking good footballers, by the way. That's why the fucking Australia don't lose in rugby league. And it's just very, very funny that they would team up with RM Williams and produce this shit and then charge what they're charging for it. I think the boots go for about $700, which is what a pair of RMs go for.
I was going to sledge him for that, but it's like that's just what RMs cost.
And but selling a heritage rugby ball for $1,000,
I can't believe that, bro. That whole time I thought it was 100.
We should get one just
for the show.
Sit it right there
and just fucking write Steeden on it.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But it is just typical rah-rah. I mean, yeah.
It and also I think the scarf goes for a couple $100 too.
Yeah, of course it does.
Like
fucking dickheads.
But it got me thinking, like you said, the RMs, they're a staple. You see someone wearing that with some jeans on that look a bit too clean for someone who should be wearing jeans anyway, and you go, oh yeah, concrete cowboy. They love a bit of rugby union.
Yeah, it's that. It's project managers. A lot of project managers run them with.
They're wearing a Cobra for no fucking reason.
A Cobra, Volkswagen Amarok. I mean, it's just
you can see the RM belt buckle. Yeah, flogged.
Wankers.
But it had me wondering, and I didn't have anything for this, and I hope you can get me something. Is there something that would be a tell for a rugby league enthusiast?
Oh, where do you start?
Yeah, hit me, mate.
Fucking can of energy drink.
Oh, energy drink.
Calf tat or a shin tat.
So it's not clothing. It's more about
a bit of clothing. Clothing that'll tell someone you like rugby league. I mean, in summertime, like singlets in pubs, blokes who wear singlets in pubs.
Yeah, they don't like rugby union. No fucking way.
Anyone who's like, or blokes who go to pubs without shoes on.
Yeah.
It's not so much clothing as lack of clothing. I mean, yeah, if you're talking about like neck tats, like a nice little tat behind the ear, nice little love heart or some initials behind the ear.
There's no rugby union about that.
No. You're a fucking diehard leaguey. I mean, yeah, there's fucking plenty of good tells for a rugby league player.
I like that a lot because I don't know if I was just not in the right space, but I was trying to think of like some leaguey references and I couldn't pull any out.
Oh, mate, there's there's a lot.
There's not a rugby union player that has a tooth missing, is there? A rugby union fan.
No, they've all got nice teeth.
Yeah,
they've all got nice teeth. Yeah, it is funny the real distinction. I learned, and I don't know how accurate this is too. So league and union were one game at one time. It all started with rugby union. Rugby league was started by coal miners in England because the miners, and that's why it's a more working class game. So the miners would do shift work and they couldn't play union, so they started their own rugby league. They started their own rugby league, and that sort of carried on to why rugby league is a far more working class game. It's played by most rugby league clubs now are just plumbers, fucking lecos, and most of your rugby union clubs, not always. Most of your RR clubs are where like your architects and engineers and those guys go and play union. And that's why it's like the elites and because that goes back to its roots. That is my understanding.
That. I didn't know that about the
That could be fucking bullshit as well, as I said. But that's my understanding. The game was started by coal miners.
That's awesome.
And that's why it's the blue collar game.
And we're fucking running with that too. That's the absolute truth and nothing but.
It's a blue collar. It's a daily blue collar. Guys, it's the part of the podcast where I tell you about some yummy food that I ate through the week. Now, this week's chew was filmed on a vicious hangover. So my energy levels and just language skills were below par. But you know what? Let's get into it anyway. Welcome to this week's edition of Daily Blues Chews.
Guys, it's chew time. You may notice the stitches in my head. Rugby league, brutal game. I play it tough. I put my head where a lot of blokes wouldn't put their boots, but I said, stitch me up. I've got chew reviews to do. We are at Mr. Schnitzel in Warners Bay. Place is pretty near and dear to my heart. Grew up on the mean streets of Warners Bay. This joint, now I'll just tip you up straight away. This is going to get a big score. I'm so hungover. This joint, in my opinion, is the best schnitzel wrap going. Let's just stop fucking around. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Looks so good, man. head shake. You know. You know.
They're fucking outstanding.
I'm making love to that thing.
That is so fucking good. If you go into this joint, ring ahead, it gets jammed, and for good reason. It's fucking top shelf stuff. It's just fucking, this is the shit. I mean, it's a mid-9s. We're going to go a 9.4. Mr. Schnitzel Warner's Bay, a 9.4. That is your chew. Take care of yourselves.
I was having a relationship with that thing for a while there. It was on Monday, like mid-Monday morning, so I was pretty hungover.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going, it's not close to where I live. I don't live near Warners Bay, but I was like, nah, I need this today. I had the day off and I was like, let's fucking go. And they just, every single time, it's there's a dude in their hand crumb the schnitzels. So it's my big thing with like, that's part of why that is, in my opinion, the best schnitzel wrap on the market. It's a hand crumb schnitty.
Yeah.
It's a big cunt and they're fresh. There's fresh salad. It's a big chicken breast. And that's no disrespect to a frozen schnitty, but once you've had one of these and you go back to a frozen schnitty, you're like, and there's love, like, mate, there's these ladies in there. They're just like, it's like your mum's making your food.
Yeah.
It's fucking good shit, eh? So that's Mr. Schnitzel Warners Bay. I mean, anyone who knows about the joint already knows how fucking good it is anyway, but that's just, I'm not telling anyone anything they didn't know there.
I'm guilty for when food's good, I'm letting out the...
Mate, I was hungover, I was starving, and they hit me with that. I was like, oh, let's go.
The head shake and the groans, that's when you've hit a 9.
You know.
But to be fair, being hung, it probably does give you an extra 0.5.
Yeah, if I'm busted and the food's okay,
Yeah.
you're getting a good score.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty fucking soft scorer. It's got to be, to get a bad score off me, it's got to be fucking complete dog shit.
That being said, I wouldn't hate your chew reviews have been pretty
Generous.
I
am generous. I should start coming down hard on some places.
Yeah, so like, yeah, but you don't want to dog local business, do you? So,
Well, I'll dog them if they need to be dogged.
yeah, I think you should. I think you should.
Don't make me dog you. It's time to dive into this week's Daily Blue Dial-In. We do need to acknowledge the fellas from the Sunday service. Now, Bradley
There was an article
Bishop
posted in the newsroom.
Bradley Bishop, Taylor Cofftree took exception to us naming this segment the Daily Blue Dial-Ins. They discussed it on their podcast, Sunday Service, this week. Boys weren't happy.
They weren't happy.
And, to them I say, you're not the first guys to come up with a dial-in line, which they actually said that. That wasn't
They've
me.
admitted that.
They said that. But you didn't come up with alliteration either.
And
Daily Blue dial-in, Disciple dial-in.
I'll go out and say that they didn't come up with the term dialing.
If you came up with the term dial-in for people ringing in for something, I will happily apologise.
We'll can the pod.
But I don't think you came up with that.
I'll put my life saving.
And I will say it was a genuine mistake by me when I inadvertently stole the name. But it's already been changed once, as I said. I will not be changing the name again.
Yeah.
Send in the lawyers if you need to, mate. It's done.
And there was a news article posted in the Daily Blue in the Daily Blue News group on Facebook. If you're not in there, get in there. A full article pertaining to the matter may have had something to do with Bluey's stitches in his head. Maybe they didn't come from footy. That, according to the article,
They came from footy. Those boys couldn't fucking knock the top off a cappuccino. The cuts came from footy. Those boys are soft. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this week's Daily Blue Dial-In. Can I say also, just before we kick it off, you guys have exceeded yourselves with the fucking shit talk this week. There is actually close to 40 dial-ins this week.
I think it's because we told them how to do it.
Yeah, because I finally told you guys how to do it. So all I'm going to say from here on in, make sure if you're going to dial in, make it good, because we're going to have to start culling it, because it's close to 40 and I can't do 40 dial-ins every week. So if you're going to ring in, make sure it's fucking good. Otherwise, you're getting cut. Let's go. Didn't mind.
Is that it?
That's it.
I'm happy with that. That's a way better way to start the dial-ins.
That caught me off guard too.
stuff.
Happy with chewy noises.
Morning, lads.
Morning.
Take two. The other one was longer than 90 seconds. My bad.
Respect.
Pie mechanic. Bluey is soft going to a pie joint, not trying their pies, mate.
Agree.
I'll do it for you. They got the moo and mushroom, I believe. Heaps of chutney on the top. I've already had a couple of bites.
Young man's just tearing into some of the pie mechanics.
swing 'em.
Great stuff.
He's going in for another bite.
So he's just launching into a couple of pies here from the pie mechanic in Uralla, which I reviewed last week.
He's got a little head
Brisket,
shake.
mac and cheese.
Oh, he's had a
A
couple.
whole lot of fucking love.
He's fucking got that many pies.
Beautiful. I yarned to the owner while I was in there too, bro. Gave you a follow. You're welcome. Fucking unreal pies.
Fucking oath they are.
Great coffee. Good toasties. Love the potty. Love the chews. Keep doing what you're doing. Bloody oath.
Legend, bruh.
That's awesome.
Mate, and fucking, like, you can see how good those pies are.
He had the head shake going.
I tell you what, that fucking, like, fair play to you for Phil. He had 3, the greedy cunt.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You're going to, like, it is fucking, mate.
It's probably worth going for free.
Oh,
3.
fucking outstanding. And if you, hey, guys, if you want to send in some videos to the dial-in, like this gentleman has, do your best. Fucking videos, audio, whatever you want to do, get them into us. Just make sure they're good.
What's happening, Blue? Obviously maintain anonymous. I don't want to get fucking sent to the pen. But my old rort was I worked in a shop. Not even going to say what, but they used to sell ciggies back in the day.
Here we go.
And, well, let's just say a convenience store. And at the end of the shift, when I was cleaning up and doing the sweeping and shit, I'd always knock a couple of packs of ciggies onto the ground from the cabinet accidentally and sweep them up into the tray, into the dustpan, and fucking go through the bin and take them home at the end of the shift. See you, brother. Later.
So you used to steal cigarettes. Did you say packets of cigarettes?
Yeah, because you're putting them in there while they've still got plastic on them, so it's packets.
So how do you not get caught when it's stock take time and you fucking...
It was a convenience store.
And he said he didn't work there anymore too, so he probably fucking got sacked for stealing cigarettes.
Roared on or roared off?
I mean, if you didn't get caught, roared on. Well, I don't know. Are you stealing from small business? Are you stealing? Is that a road or is that just fucking plain old theft? Because there is a line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're just stealing shit from the cunt you work for, but if you're like, but if you're like being creative and you're stealing from the man, like if you were stealing them directly from the tobacco company, if you were somehow breaking into like big tobacco, like Winfield HQ, and knocking them off before, but if you're stealing them from say like a corner shop who's bought them already,
Yeah.
then you're just stealing from the corner shop.
If your boss at the corner shop was a flog,
Yeah.
roared on.
Then raw. If your boss was a bad bloke, then steal from him. But if your boss was a hard worker, trying to make ends meet and you're knocking off cigs, I need more context.
Yeah, exactly. We need more.
I
from
need
you.
more context to know if this is play on or not. But so I'm going to put a pin in that.
Yeah, I'm keen for more raw reports. I'm sure there's a couple coming in.
We got a good few raw reports. Then keep the raw reports coming. You guys are obviously a bunch of fucking rat bags. So I love hearing it.
G'day, mate. It's this. No, it's the friend of the guy that sent you the last message, and he's sitting right next to me. He's so high right now. Oh, fuck. And we're reminiscing about those fucking Maris dogs getting my main man Ed out. What? So, yeah, just fuck them Maris dogs, cunt.
So your reaction is probably similar to the reaction of everyone listening. There was a fella... That voicemail, the one above, was like 2 weeks ago when these guys were clearly just fucking off their guts.
Yeah.
And they rang in and he was telling us a really bad story about cricket.
Oh, it was that guy.
And he was like, fuck those they played Maris Brothers or something.
I remember now. Yep.
So that was his mate anyway with another fucking bludger.
What I do really like is how high you can hear the other guy. He's like, stop it, bro.
They're obviously just
baked to within a fucking inch of their life.
Just sitting there Dutch ovening themselves and thought, well, let's ring the dial-ins and fucking tell another shit story. Good on you, boys. Keep them coming. I love it.
Blue, Gabo, Joe from Cairns here. Last year's my 30th. Got the boys up from Melbourne. Sit at Gilligan's, day 3 of my birthday. We're a bit down. Need to pick me up. One of my mates from up here gets to Gillies and goes, "Oi, look at this. So this is at the end of COVID. So he goes, I can claim this COVID payment, $750, and it's in my account in about an hour. So we go, get fucked. And he showed us, so we go, fucking oath. So here we are, sitting around the fucking, one of the aqua huts next to the pool, about 15 of us, all claiming this fucking COVID payment. And lo and behold, an hour later, 15 of us have $750. Fair to say the bag's worth flowing. Anyways, Gabe, one more thing. Fuck you and you not eat.
It cut out.
Fuck. I'm assuming it was cheese related. The back end of that statement.
It'll be fuck you for not eating cheese, I can guarantee.
But do we even have to say it?
I mean, raw it on.
Raw it on, brother.
Especially the context of that was awesome. So they're day 3 on a Larry. Everyone's obviously done their ass and feeling a bit flat. And they've all hit the flood payment raw at the same time and all got their money at the same time. That's going to bring a bit of energy back into any session.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's outstanding, boys. Wrought on. That is the call. We just go, if we approve of a wrought, we just say wrought on.
Yep, exactly. That one was a given.
There's some wrought on merch coming, I think. This is fucking wrought on.
Long time listener, first time caller. Coming from across the ditch, the land of the peasants. But yeah, someone this week in the news shot up a fucking job site.
They did.
Been thinking about moving across to the land of the free. Why should I move? And yes, as a Kiwi, I'm not a fucking scaffolder. I'm a Sparky. But yeah, boys, convince me. Please, go on.
Why should he move to Australia from New Zealand? Well, I don't really know. I've only heard good things about New Zealand. I will say that.
I agree.
Apparently, beautiful country. Kiwis are generally fucking pretty fun people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I can tell you that Australia fucking rules. Australia's the best country in the world.
Agreed. Here's what I got for him. I got have you heard of beaches, bruh?
Yeah.
Have you heard of them? I'm assuming you haven't. I don't know if you have many there. And if you do, they look nothing like the ones here.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
Like beaches, sick food. I don't know I don't know if this guy's single or not, like, or what he's into, but a lot of good looking men and women here, whatever your persuasion is. A lot of hot dudes, a lot of hot chicks.
Have you heard of Mr. Schnitzels?
I mean, if you come to this part of Australia, I will take you some nice food.
Have you heard of the pie mechanic, bruh?
Yeah.
I don't think they have that in New Zealand.
Get yourself out to Uralla.
Yeah.
Move out to Uralla and get yourself a nice fucking pie mechanic moo and brew. Brother. I don't know. If that's enough, let us know.
Beaches, food, chillers. Great Australian way.
Boys. Just thought I'd let you know I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I've been lying here.
Sorry, I got to pause this. Is this the kid off Malcolm in the Middle again? Why is he breathing and talking like that?
I feel like this bloke's about to ask you to be his MC at his wedding.
I feel like he's about to fucking die. What the he's fucking not well.
I got home just fucking listening to you two after a big night on the packet. I was hoping the
that's starting to make sense.
Sound of Gabe's voice would lullaby me to sleep, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so I guess I'll just continue listening to the show while I recover. I haven't had much sleep. Been sucking on a vape all night, and my nostril has taken an absolute beating. So keep up the good work, fellas, and hopefully I can get some sleep in the next couple of hours because I need to be at work very, very
Oh, no.
That's pretty scary to think that his bloke's coming from a massive session, he can't sleep, so he's put Daily Blue Weekly on to help him sleep. I don't know how relaxing that would be, but I mean, I'm privileged. I feel honoured, I guess.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I do, like, if I'm busted and I can't sleep, I will just put a random TV show on to fall asleep to, so I guess.
Yeah, but he's not sleeping.
Yeah.
He's
enjoying the pod.
Yeah, he's done his nose in and he's
enjoying the podcast.
He's taking the iconic deep breaths.
He was worse than the original guy that did the fucking black kid in the wheelchair off Malcolm in the Middle.
At least he had an excuse, though.
Hey, Josh and Gabe. This is Chase from Missouri. You might have heard of me on your dad's podcast, The Sunday Service. Just wanted to say welcome to the Disciple Footy team and welcome to the family.
Thank you, Chase from Missouri.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting to have people in America.
Yeah, I think Chase is a fan of the Sunday Service, and the Sunday Service boys put the call out for people to ring in here and give us hell.
Yeah. But
so,
I mean, look.
So far, no one has. Thank you, Chase from Missouri.
Yeah, good be on the same team, mate.
Boys, Dallas to the Point podcast.
The king.
Love the pod.
The king.
Big one, boys. You got the fellas going out, and you know you're having a kick on back at yours. You fill the bathtub up full of ice because you're going to put some drinks on for the lads. What are you filling the bathtub up with?
Ooh.
A mixed box of Voddy Cruisers, maybe some Woodies,
Dallas.
maybe some rusty water, some beers. What's the go-to for your kick on drink, and what you'd be having in your bathtub? Let me know, fellas.
Dallas, you've hit the nail on the head first go, I think.
You're a cruiser, man.
If it's kick on job.
Shout out Dallas too, because Dallas of To The Point podcast fame. Dallas is over 12 months sober.
Yeah.
Which is fucking awesome. And to be ringing in with Bender related questions, and he is 100% sober. But I could hear a bit of passion then when he was talking about
from his past life.
I think that was his old life, a little bit of his old life coming through. Then Dallas is fucking rock solid sober, but I could just hear in the tone of his voice then there was a little bit of fucking...
A little bit of flashback.
A little bit of what's going in the tub. That's a tough one. What are you, cruisers?
I think if you're hosting a kick on, assuming everyone's come in, everyone knows you start on the beers and you see where your night goes from there. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
You're coming home, you're not putting beers in there.
Beers probably at that stage, unless like for the diehard fucking grog monsters, maybe a little 6-pack for one of the boys that just like, nah, fucking I'm a beer man. Play on, mate. Do your thing. There's a 6-pack of fucking new for you.
Yeah.
I've just got that out the fridge. I'll put that in the tub for you. But yeah, you're going sweet.
Mixed cruisers.
Mixed cruisers is a pretty easy way to keep everyone happy.
Yeah.
Depending on the crew, there's a couple of my mates. If it's just a crew of us specifically, like a specific couple of blokes, Black Rats will get tossed straight in. The Rumbos.
Oh,
the boys, not me specifically, but I'll just go with the flow. But the boys will just start getting Rumbos. I'll go, rum it up, boys, whatever you like. But you're right, cruisers is an easy way to keep everyone happy.
Yeah.
And they're delicious.
If it's a bathtub full of the suckers.
Yeah. And you know what? Seeing all those colours makes you happy.
Do you have a pick when it comes to cruisers?
Like a favourite?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not picky. Yeah, they're all pretty delicious.
I think when you're getting a mixed pack, for me, it's the guavas.
Yeah. Guava Cruise is awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking zesty lime's fucking hard to beat. I don't love pineapple. I always feel like pineapple, there's a bit of, it smells like sick almost. Like the top, if you give a pineapple, it smells like stale, sometimes like stale sick, but I mean, fuck, I'll still drink them. Like and orange, not my favourite.
The raspberries can be a hit or a miss.
Yeah, raspberries. If you've had guava and then you go to but fuck, beggars can't be choosers, mate. I'll drink them all.
Good on you, Dal. Always bringing the goods.
He's the king. This one, someone just texted one in.
Yeah.
Obviously couldn't figure out how to do a voice recording, but still love the question. Boys, big fan of the pod. I have a question for this week's podcast. Instead of having Australia in the Rugby League World Cup, we would have the New South Wales Blues and Queensland Maroons enter the tournament. Thoughts? So instead of having Australia in, have the Blues and Maroons compete. I like it.
It would just end up being
they would obviously just play each other in the final if they whoop everyone. But yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't make it any more fair because you just have like two Australian teams. Like it's just like Australia and Australia A.
Being New South Wales.
Of course, we're Australia. Queensland are Australia A. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool concept, but it would just, you're right, it would just end up.
It's just state of origin, which I'm not going to complain about.
We get a fourth origin game every year or every 4 years.
Bluey, gay. Mate, it's been a fucking big weekend. I had a wedding up in Toowoomba, so I started Thursday night with the groom. Then Friday, midday wedding, or 1 o'clock wedding. Had a massive Friday night after a big Thursday night. And then drove back to Brisbane for a big recovery on Saturday. And then that finished at whatever stupid o'clock this morning. Then woke up and a few of the boys decided to do recovery squared. So we just got stuck in until another silly o'clock. And then I got work tomorrow in 6 hours.
Ooh, that's scary.
And then I got 3 days at work and a big weekend on the sauce in Adelaide. So piss up, boys. Let's go.
Sounds like a fucking big couple of days for our friend there.
He sounds like one of the fucking great benderers.
Yeah, that sounds like a big... It's scary when you finish those ones and then you're like, shit, I've got something else on next weekend because if like... Not so much these days, but if I ever do have something on like that, like a Bucks or whatever, and it's a couple of days back to back, I'm stinging. I'm done for a good 3 or 4 weeks after that. But this bloke's just staring down the barrel of the same again. There's some fucking sick-sounding people ringing in this week.
I have a mate who always like turns one for the boys. Like he'll have to fly in from Queensland or he'll have to drive home and that. And I'm glad I'm not him, and I fucking love him to bits for doing it. But like a drive after a hangover, like it's the worst, bro.
It's where you find out what you're made of. It's fucking tough stuff.
100%.
Good on you, mate.
G'day, boys. It's Jacko.
Jacko.
Speaking of shit, do you guys wipe standing up or sitting down? I'm a proud standing up and wipe
Jacko.
my bum.
No, Jacko.
Always done it. Always will do it.
No.
Fuck sitting down. I don't know how you fucking get in there under your fucking balls and do that. I just like can't see myself doing that.
Jacko.
And I will never want to learn. Fuck that. And I want to know if you guys are doing it. Is it just me?
Yeah.
Is it just something you do when you're a kid?
Yeah.
Fuck. I want to know. Woo.
Do you know what I appreciate just as much as the question from Jacko there? Appreciate all the dial-ins equally. Just as much as I appreciate the question, the intensity.
100%.
The intensity that he delivered that with. We're all obviously sitters. Jacko's a freak.
Yeah, Jacko, you're a freak, bud.
But I love the fucking passion that came through that call there.
I can't knock Jacko. Like, I would normally just let it rip, and I still will a little bit on someone that's stupid. But him owning it completely and just being like, it's fucking who I am.
Mate, and the fact that he dialed in just both barrels, let's fucking go.
Wasn't anonymous, let his name rip.
It is weird, but you know what, mate? We're going to fucking let it slide a little bit.
Well, he must be hanging out with some strange cats anyway, because he said, how do you get past the balls, Bluey? Don't fucking do this either. Mate, you don't get past the balls, you wipe from the back. Don't do it, Bluey. Don't tell me you're going between your legs, cunt. No!
I do wipe like that, yeah. Yeah. And that is, I will get hammered for that. Now I'm on Team Jacko.
No, Bluey, between the legs. Oh, Nutella nuts over here. Holy cunt. Oh no, Jacko, you've been saved here, bud.
Oh no. Oh no. Look at this state. I've got 5 stitches in my forehead. I'm covered in fucking grease, and I've just fucking professed to wipe me nuts like a weirdo.
Oh.
This is what my life's come to. This is the pod life, is it? Is this what this is? Is it just disgracing myself every week?
Mate, it is.
For the amusement of complete strangers? Well, so be it.
Dial-ins, let him fucking have it.
Oh.
And you know what? If you're on his side, let it have it. But fucking hell.
There won't be many.
G'day, boys. It's Big Lockie Robbo here.
Robbo.
Just wanted to talk about the absolute thrashing the Panthers gave the Bulldogs over the weekend. 44-18. I do believe there was some talk on the podcast sometime talking about should the Bulldogs be taken out of the NRL. And to that, I still say, fucking oath they should. Bulldogs are absolute bull fucking shit. Anyway, love the work, boys. Much love. Peace.
Thanks, brother. Thank you for the call. I love when people ring in and laugh at their own jokes. There's been a few of you fucking dickheads that like laugh at your own jokes, which I mean we do for fucking an hour and a half every week. So whatever. It is just funny hearing other people do it. I still think the Dogs should be kicked out of the comp.
It's going downhill for the Dogs fucking quick, smart.
It was meant to be the rebuild year too, and it's just been a fucking...
Panthers should have won by more, to be fair.
Yeah, Penrith fucking...
That's not good enough from Panthers.
I think they're going to win the comp again, eh? They look fun. I'd love to see a three-peat. It'd be sick to witness a three-peat.
My brother goes for Panthers.
Oh, but like just for... Like, I don't care
who it is.
I'm not a Panthers fan, but just to... It's so hard to do to win one.
Yeah.
To witness... And that'll mean they've been in 4 grand final. If they get there, there's still a lot to go, but it would be fucking cool to witness a three-peat. And fucking... I mean, they've been the best team for fucking 4 years now.
They are. I'm just a petty cunt when it comes to footy. I want my team to win.
For sure.
Right, I have no idea why it pisses me off so much, but it was from a week ago, right?
It's me.
I was fucking driving down the road and I see some fuckwit just zoom around the corner with a fucking, in a whole ute, right? But he had a fucking Chevy badge on the front of it. What fucking thick cunt drives around with a Chevy badge on the front of a whole ute? I get it, it's got a Chevy engine in it, right? But who the fuck cares? It's the most Aussie car you can fucking drive. V8 fucking ute, right? And they want to put a fucking Chevy badge on the front of it. You think you're fucking special. Yeah, the only reason you're special, cunt, is because you are. You're retarded. Who the fuck does that? It just does me fucking head in. And, you know, I had a VZ ute myself, right? I know what a ute is. And these cunts think they're fucking special. No, they're just fucking losers. I don't know why it annoys me so much, but they're just fuckwits. They drive like fuckwits. They look like fuckwits.
It cut out after a minute.
Yeah.
Guys, keep your dial-ins to a minute, please. That's funny. Again, the passion on the dial-ins this week.
Mate, I'll tell you why he's doing it, because idiots like me would have just thought, oh, that's a Chevy.
A Chevy, Holdens are Chevys.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
No, I'm not a car guy, obviously, but I'm fairly sure.
Well, so they got an engine, didn't he say?
Well, if you go overseas, like, you know, we've got like a Holden Astra. They have a Chevy Cruise. It's the same model, engine, everything. It's just a fucking...
different badge.
A different badge on it. As to why people do it, I don't know.
No.
As to why it upsets you so much, mate, I don't know either.
Yeah.
But I love the passion.
Let it rip, mate.
That's what the dial-ins are for, just teeing off. That's pretty fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. People who I've never been a car guy. You a car guy?
No, by no means.
Nah, people that are, good on you. You got to have a hobby, I suppose. There's the cars.
Hello lads, it's Ethan here, coming from the disabled toilets of the Hamilton Station Hotel. Up the nights, and I just want to know you boys' thoughts. Well, not even thoughts, who are your favourite, just mediocre NRL players of all time? Likes of Scott Duro, Isaac de Goyce. Yeah, fuck yeah, sick cunts.
So that's a very funny topic. There's a really, really good page on Facebook called Mediocre Rugby League Players of the 90s and 2000s. If you're into your footy, and like this gentleman, Ethan, from the disabled toilets at the Hamo Station, get yourself to Mediocre Rugby League Players of the 90s and 2000s on Facebook, because there are some fucking crackers on there.
You got some good pages, mate.
Yeah, man. I've been in the game a long time. But there's some fucking really, really obscure blokes that played like 20 games, who just enough so you would remember them, but it's a very, very good one. As for the Knights, we've been in some dark times. There's been a lot of, like, you got to be good to play NRL, but
yeah.
in terms of like NRL standards, like mediocre, we've had a lot of them. He rattled off a couple there. We play it when we get on the piss, me and my mates. We sit around and fucking rattle off fucking obscure Knights players. It's always a good laugh. But I'll say go to Mediocre Rugby League Players and have a look. It's very good.
I've got one, but I don't know if it holds up, because to his credit, he probably wasn't mediocre at the time, but he had a quick rise and a quick fall. South player, shockingly. Chris Sandow.
Sandow, he was just inconsistent.
Yeah.
He played for a long time. He was like really good, and then he got big money when he went to the Eels.
And he used to love the shoulder charges and shit.
Cool whack.
Yeah.
But he was just like inconsistent.
Yeah.
But he wasn't mediocre. He was just like fucking, kind of like Sean Johnson used to be. Like, he just fucking, his best game and his worst game were just so far apart.
Yeah.
But there's fucking tons of them. But that's footy. Like I think the average NRL player might play like 49 games or something. So there's going to be a few mediocre ones in there and a few greats as well.
Hey boys, it's Cambo from Mussy here, formerly from God's Country.
Respect.
Under 14s 2012 Dudley Magpie Grand Final winner. Division 3 of course, but no one needs to know that. Fuck
Respect.
Gabe, we know you're a cuck. You don't like cheese. Fucking get over yourself.
Why is he a
Who cares?
cuck?
The real question is, Cheezels, what's your thoughts?
Cheezels?
P.S. Curry pies, fucking rate them. Good shit. Nickelback. What are you talking about, mate? Why was it even a question? We fucking know they're god tier.
Oh, thank God.
They are the goats. Fucking love that shit. Love you, boys. See you next week.
Cambo had us on the edge of our seats there for a sec.
I like how he called you up, called you a cuck and teed off and then said, I actually like curry pies though.
Yeah, I know. I've got the people confused about how they feel about me, don't they?
Yeah. I was worried that he was going to say he didn't like Nickelback.
Yes, me too.
I was going to say delete our numbers.
Cheezels, play on.
Cheezels, is he talking about like twisties? Or Cheezels the one? No, they're Cheeto. What are the ones you put in your fingers?
It's the circles. They're Cheezels.
Cheezels. What do you like?
We know that don't taste like cheese. Don't sit here and fucking pretend to me cheese flavoured.
They kind of taste like cheese though. The cheese flavoured.
Can't. Twisties and Cheezels don't taste like cheese, and you don't believe that.
Well, what? Why are they cheese flavored? It's like, I know they're not. They're cheese flavored.
Chicken chips.
Yeah, they got chicken salt on them.
They taste like chicken.
Well, yeah, chicken salt.
Barbecue chips.
Yeah, they like got barbecue seasoning on them.
Does it taste like a chicken, Bluey?
Well, it's got chicken. It's got an essence of chicken to it.
Bluey. A chicken chip does not taste like chicken.
Yeah, but Cheezels have got like cheese taste to them. They don't taste like a fucking piece of cheese, but they've got cheese flavour to it.
So they don't taste like cheese.
They've got cheese flavour to them.
They
Gabe.
taste like cheese flavouring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me to eat Cheezels is completely different to me to eating cheese because they don't taste the same.
Well, they taste similar though.
That's not true.
So what about banana Nesquik? Does it taste like banana?
I don't know. I haven't had banana Nesquik.
Yeah, like banana milk. If you have like a fucking or like a strawberry oak.
You think that tastes like a strawberry, or does it taste
It's
like
got
strawberry
flavouring?
flavour?
Yeah.
Strawberry flavour. It's like
Yeah, you got a good
it's
point.
like grape stuff, bro. Grape flavored
Grape
shit.
drink.
Yeah, grape vapes.
One of your 5 a day. Yeah, you got a good point. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know, but I can see cheese is probably the closest of all the flavourings to what it is.
That's probably fair. It's more probably also the colouring, but it doesn't.
Yeah, the
taste
colour,
like,
the colouring's massive.
It doesn't taste like cheese. I'll eat Cheezels all day, mate. Not my favourite chip though.
So Bluey and Gaby, I got a question.
Gaby.
So how do you guys go with the whole manscaping thing? Do you guys give it the old trim? Do you guys go all out with the razor blade and everything? Do you go with the manscaper shaver, or do you just let the bush just grow? Cheers, fellas.
You mate, what's your regime like?
I'll tell you mine, but I'm just gonna before you go, I'm gonna guess that you're not much of a manscaper.
I actually am.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not consistent. I'll get to a stage and I'll be like,
You'll have a look, eh?
and I'll go, that's fucking rubbish. It's time. And usually, do you know what? Like,
And when you have a partner.
Well, yeah, that. 'Cause poor old my lady, I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks. And also, it's usually about the same time I fucking this shit, and I have a look in the mirror and go, you look like complete shit. And then I look down and I go like, that's fucking not on either.
Yeah.
And then everything goes, and then I go and get a haircut, and I'm like, okay, I'm back. And then I just let it go again until it just gets fucking completely terrible again. So I'm not consistent, but I'm just like, I'll just let it go for ages and then shave it all off.
I'm the exact same. Like enough time will pass, you'll have a look down there and you go, not good enough.
I think it's part of having a partner because you just get comfy. Like if you were out on the pool every weekend, you'd be like making sure you're fucking ready to go. But yeah, when you've got a missus, you just get comfy and you just let it go until like they obviously hated it ages ago.
Yeah.
But you finally hate yourself enough to do something about it.
Manscaped, help us out. Reach out.
Yeah, we need to get Manscaped on board.
Isn't it weird that like manscaping was like weird?
It was like you were a metro.
Yeah.
You were like a metro. And now it's just like
it's pretty much the new norm, right?
I would think so.
It seems that way.
I would say more blokes do than don't.
Yeah.
Call me Balrog. Meister Gabriel and Meister Blue, you good motherfuckers. Let me ask you a question. Mostly for Meister Blue. Don't worry, gay baby, you can answer as well. Have you ever nearly thrown hands with a cunt at work, and for what reason? Also for animal fights, ask me if you want to know who'll win. I know more than these wet chin window licker motherfuckers. By the by, if you're smart, you would have gone for the polar bear and hippopotamus tag team, you dumb cunts. Can I say, thank fuck someone finally said Nickelback is a good band. Too long have cunts been riding the hate train. But at least admit Imagine Dragons is dog shit. Dog shit.
We freed so many Nickelback lovers.
There's a bit going on there.
I'll give him that. The hippo was a good pick.
Oh, there was a little bit going on there. What did he say? Have I ever thrown hands with someone at work?
Haven't nearly gotten a scrap.
No, I've had one huge argument with my boss, but he was like mid-50s. I was never going to punch on with him, but
Was that after the shed thing that we
it was
talked
after
about
the
other
shed
week?
party, yeah. That got pretty ugly, but I've never punched on with him. What else did he say? That was awesome, by the way.
He let that riff.
You're right, we have freed a lot of a lot of closeted Nickelback fans. What else did he say? The hippo in the animal fight.
Hippo and polar bear would have been his pick for the two animals.
I'll go hippo and grizzly. I don't know about grizzlies for me are the fucking apex.
Oh, I should have. When I went rhino, I should have gone hippo. Hippo's a great pick.
Yeah.
I have nearly had a blue at work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So back when I was working in the factory, me and this bloke, like, just by the end of it, we were just on fucking bad. I don't know. It was weird, man. He was bipolar as. If anyone.
Bipolar bear?
He was a bipolar bear.
Yeah.
If you've worked with someone who's bipolar, or at least comes across that way, you know how much of a fucking headache it is because you're always operating on their terms. You go in and, like, you want to have a good day.
And because they're shitty, you can't.
It just fucks your day up. But, like, if they're having a good day, you get to enjoy your day. So this bloke would fucking do my head in to be a cunt one day, good to me the next day. And because I just want to have a good time at work.
You're just doing
like
what
when
he's
it's
doing.
When it's good, I'm enjoying it's good. I went and did the you ever, like, there's a fucking thing for back in school, you knock the back of the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Great
up,
move.
he's up on this platform, but, like, there's fucking rails in that. Knock the back of the knee.
Did he spaz out?
Bruh, he fucking, like, empties out this thing, fucking pegs it down at me, grabs a stopwatch, pegs it down to me in a shed, while one of, like, the blokes who's running the shed is fucking walking the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck? Keep in mind, this cunt has, like, put me in headlocks, like, blah, 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 like, all in fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're going to do that...
You're getting it back.
You're getting it back. Fucking... one of the blokes who's running the show at the shed comes up to me, he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I thought we were having a fucking joke. He goes, well, he doesn't.
Yeah.
And he walks down and he goes, you ever fucking do that again, I'll fucking cave your head in. I'm like, oh, dude. Like,
Just fucked him up.
You're a fucking loser, eh?
Yeah, right.
So that's close to I've come to a scrap.
You got some stuff thrown at you.
Yeah.
You got threatened. Should have fucked him up.
Bluey, where the fuck are ya? There's 4 toey humans in the cab. It's 20 to 4. Our cocks are fat and fucking ready to spurt sauce and you're in your bed. Fuck me. Fire up, you sad cunt.
Do you now I'm gonna guess that you don't know what that's from.
Nah.
If anyone, so I don't want to ruin the surprise, but if anyone out there, I'll give you 5 seconds to have a guess what that's not someone just propositioning me.
Oh, sure, it's not, mate.
Do you remember? Fuck, it was in the mid 2000s. Mark Gasnier got in a lot of trouble because he sent that as a text message to someone.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's hilarious. I listened to that the other day and had a good fucking chuckle at that. Yeah. So just if you're not familiar with it, I'm not being propositioned for gay sex, although that'd be cool too. That is a transcript of a Mark Gasnier text message from an Origin camp a few years ago.
That's awesome from Gaz. That's fucking funny.
And from the person who sent that in too, fucking very funny. I had a good laugh at that.
Fuck Melbourne. Bunch of fucking dogs.
What a win.
Woof,
What a
woof,
win.
Woof, dog.
What a win.
Yeah, woof.
Couple of punters enjoying themselves after the night's been on the weekend. Woof, woof.
That's good. Let us know.
Boys, it's Bluey's doppelganger from Queensland, his brother from another mother.
Oi.
I just thought I'd bring something up after listening to the podcast. Look up the speed difference between rhinos and grizzly bears. And Gabe, let me know if you still think that rhino's going to win, brother.
Oh.
Cheers, boys.
Huge respect. He must be fucking handsome if he's my doppelganger.
Well, you'd fucking think so, wouldn't
He'd
you?
want to be. He'd want to be. So what are we looking up? The speed difference. What you look up
go,
the
how fast is a rhino?
and I'll go grizzly bear top speed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Top speed. That's a good way to say it.
Grizzly bear, top speed.
Top speed.
So I think grizzlies are fucking quick. I'll do it in K's per hour.
Yeah.
So grizzly can get up to 48 K's an hour.
A rhino's faster.
Oh, really?
50 Ks per hour. I don't know, mate. I don't know if you just tried to subtly have my back here, but you've either fucked yourself.
Mine's from Wikipedia. Where's yours from?
Just one of the, those Google things that pop straight at the top.
Can I outrun a grizzly? Yeah. Grizzly faster than Usain Bolt. 30 miles. That's about 50 Ks. So they're about the same.
Yeah, so I don't know where you're going with that, mate, or if you just assumed that grizzlies were way
take it easy
faster.
on him. He's handsome like me.
Well.
he's my doppelganger.
Stitches in his head and all.
Yeah.
My name is Ted, and I'm a fucking Nickelback fan.
Let's go!
You know what? I'm actually worse. I don't know if you've heard, boys, but Creed's back on the road.
They are.
They're touring. They're reuniting, and I'm a fucking Creed fan
Let's
from way back. So
go,
I'm worse
Ted.
than Nickelback. I'm a Creed fan, and I do not give one fuck.
Fucking
anyway,
We're liberating the people.
Godspeed to you, boys. Love you, Bluey. Gabe, you're a shit cunt. You don't like cheese. Curry pies are shit. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, fuck it.
He was going so good until he did sound liberated.
Wait till he finds out I don't know a Creed song.
Yeah, who's Creed? Nah, Creed are
I know one of their songs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a Creed fan, but I like the idea of Creed, if that makes sense. I like the notion of Creed. It is nice hearing liberated people.
I love that we're doing some good with this podcast. We're letting the people free from the chains of being Nickelback fans.
100%. You can be yourself in this life. You don't owe it to anyone, especially, and I like that he doubled down and said, I fucking love Creed too.
Yeah.
Good shit. Hold me now.
G'day, boys. Taylor Coftry here from the Sunday service.
Hey.
Firstly, big fan of your podcast, man. Love it when I can open my phone and there's a new episode of the Shit and Cheese podcast. But you guys were talking about warts, and as a seasoned career criminal, I've had my fingers in a few pies, but one that I can actually admit to was when HelloFresh first started out, if you signed up, you would get your first week free. Sorry, boys, had a few Hong Kongs. And you get your first week for free. So over the course of 36 weeks, I made 36 email addresses.
Yeah, wow.
And just was getting a free box of food every single week until they eventually clued on and blacklisted the address that I was living at from being from ever getting HelloFresh again. So anyways, boys, big fan of your work. Love yous.
That's fucking awesome.
Thanks,
Shout out. Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
That was your dad,
Yeah.
Taylor Coftry from the Sunday Service podcast. Go and check those boys out. Very, very funny, and we steal their material. That's fucking...
The Hong Kongs had him laughing at his own jokes too.
Of course,
we
they
love
do.
that, Taylor.
That's 37 weeks to commit to something like that is free food. And HelloFresh is pretty tasty too.
Yeah.
But that's a fucking fair effort to commit for that long.
I thought that's where it was going, but I didn't even clue on there was 30 odd.
Yeah.
That I'd love to know what his emails were.
That's most of a year.
Yeah.
That's pretty much fucking like 3.5. Yeah, like fucking most of a year. Fucking hell. That's awesome, mate.
That's great. Raw it on, Taylor.
Stay off the Hong Kongs too. They're no good for you, son.
Raw it on, brother.
Raw it on.
Bit of a quick one for you. Need your personal opinions as real journalist, you know.
Well,
who would you last longer with? A punch on with Mike Tyson or a root with Mia Khalifa? Well, let me know. It's important. Also, Gabe, my grandpa used to say, never trust a cunt who don't eat cheese. Go fuck yourself.
That's a weird thing for your granddad to say.
What happened to your granddad?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He may no longer be with us because
Yeah.
he used to say dumb shit like that.
Mate, exactly.
What did he say? Punch on with Mike Tyson or in the sack with Mia Khalifa? Both would be over very, very quickly.
Are we assuming Mike's at his prime?
I'm going to say prime Mike Tyson, prime Mia Khalifa because they're both past their best at the moment. Only because Mia's out of the game, so is Mike. That's a fucking tough one. That's a fucking real head scratcher.
I'll last longer in the sack. Fuck it. I could run away from Mike.
Iron Mike in his prime.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. So that means I'd last longer with him.
Yeah. I think I'd last longer with Mike Tyson. Mia Khalifa's a fucking savage.
Savage.
She's a smoke show. Great question, though. Great question. Sorry about your pop, too.
Righto, cats. The Bald Eagle's back with Strike 5. Swooping in to shit all over Gabe yet again. Nah, lied. I'm going to give you a reprieve this week, you fucking weak cunt.
On you.
I'm a secret Nickelback fan, so I'll leave Strike 5 till next week when you inevitably fuck up again, you moron.
Yes, the Bald Eagle.
Love your work, cunts. Ride on.
Ride on, the
Ride
Bald
on, Eagle. Fly high, Bald Eagle. That was nice.
Yeah.
He teed us up like he was going to tease you, and then gave us just some great news about the Nickelback. Ride on, and also guys, like, take a leaf out of the Bald Eagles book. If you want to be a repeat caller and you don't want to put your name to your fucking nonsense, give us a nice fake name like our Bald Eagle has there.
I'd like to think he wrote down a few names and he was like,
Put a bit of thought into it because it's going to stick.
He
So
ran and past some people and he landed on Bald Eagle.
I like Bald Eagle,
Yeah,
and I know Bald Eagle. He's bald.
You're kidding?
No shit. But yeah, if you're going to be a repeat caller, I suggest giving yourself a cool nickname. Don't give yourself a bad one because we will make fun of you.
Respect, Bald Eagle.
That's in. Oi, and we'll just carry on for the next chat. Old mate who just rung up got €7.26 in his foreskin. So I set a new challenge to any other cunt listening to this shit podcast. How much coin can you get in your rod?
Oh.
I'll back that up. I got fucking €7 in my rod. Put out a challenge. Who can get more fucking money in their foreskin? Parlaying will beat it.
So you have to be a Beanie Brother to participate?
Yeah, so I should say, just some context, they're not talking about Bald Eagle doing it, our previous caller. They sent in multiple messages. It was all complete garbage. That's the best one that I found. So they're talking about the bloke that called in from their friends group in the message before had got...
That you guys aren't hearing.
That you guys didn't hear, but they weren't talking about the Bald Eagle getting money in his foreskin. So he's got €7.50 in his foreskin.
Well, do you have a hoodie?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I respect.
Yeah.
Hey.
But that's a tall order putting dirty change in your penis.
Definitely agreed.
I mean, if anyone out there wants to give it a go and let us know how you go, those boys are in Ibiza at the moment too. They're in a Euro summer and they're getting up to that. That's fucking bothering me how many people are in Europe at the moment.
It looks so nice, man.
I don't know if it's because of social media or...
well, it is a bit, but still.
It seems like every man and his dog's over there.
Yeah, I've got like... Every time I check a story, it's like, oh, sick. You know those awesome like white houses in Greece and shit? You're just like, fuck, I wish I was there.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying the fuck out of me.
Fellas, how are we?
Well, mate.
It's Jim down here from Melbourne.
Jimmy.
Just wanted to talk to you about your stupid fucking animal questions. First off, Gabe, fuck off, you're winning a fight against a cow, mate. You couldn't even beat a fucking newborn lamb. All right? Those fucking things can't even walk. You would not be able to beat that thing in a fight. So, yeah, fucked.
Cop that.
Next thing, shit picks for your animals to fight each other. All right? I will take Gabe's side. I reckon he's fucked you up with your fucking grizzly and your crocodile.
Yeah, baby.
But shit picks by both of you.
Thank you, mate.
All
I'll
right?
take it.
Fucking be better. Yeah. Anyway. Love the show. Keep that shit going. Cheers, Jimmy.
Appreciate it, Jimmy. If you're going to ring up and tell us our picks of shit, can you fucking suggest something better then?
You don't get to do that. You don't get to...
He actually did in a text after it, but I'm not reading it just to make him sound like a dumb cunt.
Yeah, good.
Not even good anyway.
Yeah, well, he did go with the hippo. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking after that, I was like, it would be a fucking boring ass answer, but you'd just be like a really venomous spider. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just lame.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like the idea.
Yeah.
Like this whole segment.
Louis, Gabe, how's it going, fellas?
Good, mate.
Top Shelf Podcast. I've said it every week.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Nickelback.
Yes.
All-time favourite band.
Let's go!
Been to their last 5 Sydney concerts.
Let's go!
They
We've
fucking
done it,
go
both.
off. I don't understand where all the hate comes from.
Let's go.
That's what we're saying, mate.
I mean, I know there was a period where the internet told you to hate them, so you had to hate them to fit in with the cool kids, but I think that's starting to change. What do you boys think?
I think we're starting to change,
Cheers.
mate.
I think it's like the old saying goes, be the change you want to see in the world.
Yep.
We are being the change. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be easy, but I think we can get it to it. We can normalise liking Nickelback, and it just starts with being open. It's like men's mental health. You just got to talk about it. Just don't keep it bottled up. Talk about it.
Daily Blue Weekly has single-handedly revolutionised the Nickelback love. We're bringing it back.
Guys,
It all started with us, Blue.
Boys, what's going on? This one's for Gabe. Fucking big breakfast, mate.
Cold Espresso on Beaumont Street. That's where you'll find it.
Just a big breakfast recommendation there.
Cold Espresso.
On Beaumont Street. Nice local one.
That's actually one of the better things to come out of this podcast is the Nickelback love and everyone being liberated and me getting big brekkie recommendations.
Guys, thank you so much, everyone that sent you voice clips in this week to the Daily Blue dial-in. It is getting popular. I think I'm going to have to start fucking, you're going to have to have some good shit coming through.
They're getting proofread from now on.
I'm going to have to start proofreading them because there's some of you guys.
So if you didn't make it this week, be better or you might be in next week.
Some of you guys got to get off the piss. There's some fucking...
Be careful what you wish for, Blue. You asked them all to get on it.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm regretting it. And you guys need to fucking stop drinking. Guys, thank you so much. We fucking love it. I just maybe need to not play all fucking 50 of them next time. I fucking love hearing from you guys. Gabe, you got anything else to end the podcast with, mate?
Guys, if you're loving the podcast, jump back to the start if this is your first time joining us. And if you're listening on audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give it a rate, give it a review, like the video, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Help us grow.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun doing this, guys, and the reason is because you guys are enjoying it, and that means a lot to us. So thank you very much for, again, all the voice clips, all the comments, all the abuse. It's all very good fun. Gabe, I'm fucking rooted.
Mate, I know there's some cutting in this episode, but we've done over 2 hours. It'll probably get down to an hour 40, so you're welcome, Daily Blue listeners.
God, you guys are so fucking lucky. We will see you next week for more news. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
See ya.